Ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go.
The following is an exclusive presentation from the Howard Stern channels.
The world of Howard Stern never stops.
It all began 25 years ago with Gary Delamate's Innocent Mix-Up.
How much does a Bubba Louie go for?
Those are a little bit cheaper. Quick Draw and a Bubba Booey are about $3.25.
What do you call him?
Bubba Booey.
I thought it was...
Is it Bubba Louie?
From there, Baba Booey became an instant Stern Show legend.
Baba Booey, ladies and gentlemen.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Bubba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Baba Booey, that's Baba Booey. It's the best name that
anybody's ever come up with.
Yeah. Baba Booey.
A quarter of a century later, it's taken on a life of its own.
Angelina Jolie took the #1 spot on that list, while I ranked between Baba Booey and Keyboard Cat.
AKA Baba Booey.
They are expecting for the big ball drop tonight more than 1 million people.
Baba Booey, Howard
Now
Stern
they've
penis,
also
yeah, Baba Booey.
See how one Baba blunder changed Stern Show history.
God said something to you. Baba Booey.
I don't know what it means.
Greatest discovery since the Shroud of Turin.
This is Booey 25, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the name that became a movement.
Bubba Booey.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
And Baba Booey P.O. Starting now on Howard 101.
Show my Baba Booey. Very good, Baba Booey.
Bubba
You
Booey.
did fine.
Bubba Booey.
Double Baba Booey.
Bubba Booey. Bubba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Bubba Booey.
That's Baba
Did
Booey.
he ever get that
Bubba
copyrighted?
Booey.
Did you copyright Bobby Booey?
I don't know if I could talk about it on the air.
What
Bubba
happened?
Booey. Bubba Booey. Bubba Booey.
Baba Booey, I hear through the grapevine he's going out to copyright Baba Booey.
Bubba Booey. Bubba Booey.
So I say to him, they call me up and they say, well, how do you feel about this? I go, well, I don't know. I mean, it seems to me that this is a name he resisted.
Yeah, he didn't want this.
It's a name I gave him. If anyone should copyright it, it's me.
Bubba Booey.
I believe I
Bubba
own the
Booey.
name.
Who called you, if I might ask?
It's none of your B.I. business.
Oh,
But
okay.
Someone heard through the grapevine.
But they heard through the grapevine. The grapevine is this radio show. We said it on the radio show, and then later on, not too long after the show ended.
So
that
what
day-
happened? Did you?
No, I was called in by upper management and told that it wasn't a good idea.
Oh, good.
Baba Booey. I had not known it until they had told me. that
I
it
caught
wasn't-
Fred doing the same. You know, frightening Fred Norris tried to copyright the word frightening.
Is that right?
Oh, I told him it's mine. What's the matter with you? I own the word frightening. So you get out of here. Although King of All
Couldn't
Mars
he
is
legally change his name? Though?
yes, to frightening
And
Fred
have
Norris.
that
Yes.
added, yes.
He could, but I believe I could sue him.
He hits a terrible shot there. No good at all, so he failed to even come close to getting it inside of Moore's. And over at 16, Derek Ernst on the tee. Well, that's one way to play it.
Gary has something he must.
No.
say.
I'll tell you, and then you can decide whether you want to talk about it now or on Monday.
What is it?
I have my new teeth installed.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Let's see. There is no difference.
Lie.
I'm so sorry.
I thought they were the temporaries he
did.
had.
I
on
really
the
did.
You didn't even look.
And you've been
I
licking
did
them.
too.
Jackie, do you see a difference? Look at
And
that.
look at the color of them.
different.
Do you see a difference?
My wife sees a difference.
But
Well,
look
that's
at
all
The
that
guys, from,
counts.
the guys from ESO are a difference.
Did anybody walk up to you and say, "Hey, you got new teeth"?
No, but they shouldn't. It shouldn't happen that way. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, but you had on such bad teeth yesterday. It should.
Are they supposed to be a different color or smaller? Or?
They're supposed to be a little smaller and a little lighter.
No, there's still as prominent. You still have as much trouble getting your lip over
Well,
them.
it takes a little while.
And the color is ghastly.
And not only is it it is so perfect, the color, that it's sickening.
So perfect.
Yeah, it's like a perfectly dulled color.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
keep,
matches the rest of the teeth now.
and you keep wetting and constantly. These ones are dry too. I can see.
Well, yeah, these are going to take a little while.
Yeah. What is that? Like sea green? Is that the color?
It's sea green.
It's like an off green.
Right.
It's a
not-
gray. It's a gray.
It's a gray.
It originally was a
Gray.
yellow. Now it's a
Why would they give you gray teeth?
Because that's what the color of the rest of them are.
Well, maybe change the rest of them.
Yeah, can't they do something about them?
They are laminated.
But bleach them.
Kill yourself.
Declare your mouth.
Well, I'm happy with it.
Can't they change the color of your gums?
There's nothing wrong with the gums. There's not.
And whenever Gary turns his head to show you
Yeah.
his teeth, he smiles like this, and it's
Like
the funniest.
he has to open his mouth to show the.
Well,
Yeah,
you
and it's
do.
the funniest side view. Do it again. Yeah. You gotta see, but do it from the side for Robin.
No, turn to Howard.
Yeah, all the gums. I don't know what's
There's-
going.
I never figured out.
You know what? When he does that, he looks more like those drawings of him than ever.
I know.
You know what makes his teeth so much different than anybody else's is they're so thick.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're as thick from back to front, as most people's are from
They're as
side to
thick as gravestones.
Tombstones.
Tombstones.
Well, that was important.
Hey, good, man. I'm glad.
Okay.
I'm glad for you. As long as you're happy and your wife's happy, who cares what anyone
We're
else thinks?
stupid enough to
Do
think they
you
look good.
feel that they're smaller? Does it feel like you have
ca-
less in your mouth?
Right now, it feels like a lot because I'm still getting used to it.
Are they heavy?
At this exact moment, a little.
Yeah, that almost looks like.
Because that's a lot of material.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about like a pound of material.
There's a lot going on in the last 2 weeks. You know what I mean? There's a
Yeah.
lot of teeth being pulled out and put in and stuff, and it just takes a couple days to get used to them.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that mouth.
It's like a community.
That head is always. It's like a condo.
Can we get a before and after shot?
Yeah, we actually have it. I know the guys from E have
Yeah,
the before
maybe
and
we
after
can
shot.
do
You'll see
that
a
and you'll
difference.
see a difference.
You know what you do? Just even like right now, just smile and they'll freeze it, and then we can show a comparison from yesterday.
But he should show it to you and not tell you which is which, and see if you see it.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I think the E guys can get a photo printout, and I'll show them to you tomorrow.
All right.
Or Monday. Maybe they can do it over the weekend.
All right.
And I'll give you the photo A and photo B, and you'll tell me which is which.
Hey, I hope I see a difference.
Are you happy?
I'm happy. I
mean,
am.
I'm not happy, but it doesn't matter.
You wouldn't be happy if they were great.
Right.
My teeth don't have anything to do with your happiness.
Maybe the dentist left some tools in your mouth. Let me see, because it's awfully crowded in there. I don't know what it is. That happens.
I know.
Remember, ever read about operations? They leave the sponges and everything
Sure.
in.
I know for a fact I have 32 teeth.
Is that
They
right?
might be big, but there are 32 of them.
Me
Wow.
on the bottom.
Not 88 like Jackie says.
And the lips are constantly fighting to get over
It's
them.
dry. I'm very dry right now. And I tell you, when you stare at me, the water just
You know what?
sucks out of my mouth.
And you know what else happens? Like the upper lip gets caught on the teeth, so it only goes down halfway, and then like it gets stuck.
Stuck, yeah.
And then he has to like push.
All right, let me get all licked up and then I'll put
Gee
them normal.
whiz, I'm so sorry for you. I really am.
Who are you more sorry for, me or the woman that was just here in the wheelchair?
The woman in the wheelchair.
Okay, so it's not that
All right,
bad.
there you go.
I feel
But
bad.
you know, looking at the teeth, it is true. They should have put a couple of black keys in.
Yeah. You can play those things.
Well, Robin, you're sitting so far away you can't even see. It's so not fair. But then when it was a show ever,
And it looks like he has like 2 sunburned salamis for lips.
that I'll give you.
Yeah. 2 giant salamis crossing over those big white gravestones.
Like 2 full hammocks.
They're like 2 giant salamis to me. Fred, don't they look like salamis?
Yeah, you saw him hanging in a shop window yesterday.
With a little string.
Just pick, if you want to play along at home, just take 2 salamis
And a tombstone.
and just take like some big white rocks
Or chiclets.
or chiclets and stick them between each other, and you have Gary's teeth. And then there's this other weird vibe going on. Like everyone on the show,
No, you know what? You don't even have to bring this up.
I'm going to bring it up.
No, don't. Because now
There's
I'm
this whole weird thing going on.
What?
Well, I want to say it.
You don't
Let
have
me-
to. I would rather you didn't. I just don't want you to do. I would never put you in a position to do anything you don't want to do.
Well, you know, everybody wants to make money off the show, and I can dig that. But one of my pet peeves about guys who become famous is they start merchandising everything. Like Seinfeld has Seinfeld cups and Seinfeld
Right.
this. And I've always tried in some bizarre way, and maybe some people think this is false, but I've always tried to keep whatever I sold to a certain minimum and sort of make it show business related, like a videotape or a book or you know something of substance. I never put out a T-shirt or a mug or And Jackie does a lot of that stuff, but he that's part of his deal with the station.
But he was always doing it, too.
Yeah, and he was always doing it,
how I
and
met you.
that's sort of his thing.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, that's part of the way he gets paid. And I think that's a cool way to get paid. I don't say there's anything wrong with it. It's just that I know Stuttering John is desperately trying to get something going. So, even with his album, that was cool. I thought that was kind of show business, and it was just uniquely Stuttering John. But
Right.
then now he's like, now all these TV shows are trying to sign him, so I'll talk about it. And then Gary just came up with the latest thing. He's got some marketing deal with a Baba Booey T-shirt.
But now, Howard, you realize that.
And I know this, and he's
you know
wearing
I
it
came
now.
to you, right?
And he's wearing. No, I know you came to. I don't have any problem with you making a T-shirt, but I said to him, and I was upfront about it. I said, Gary, I mean, you can talk to Tom about this and everything, but if those guys don't want me to talk about it on the air, I just can't. And quite frankly, I understand. I mean, that's Jackie works hard and gets paid that way. If you want to get paid that way, that's one thing. So, and also, I don't really want to merchandise Baba Booey T-shirts because I could have done that. So I'm not like real into it.
Yeah, I don't
really want to be
know how this
hawking.
came about.
Yeah, I don't want to be hawking a Baba Booey T-shirt or this T-shirt or and I don't want don't want that, but I also don't want to stand in your way making money. So go ahead and, when you do your appearances, you can sell them. And
Right.
so he has his Baba Booey t-shirt, and I know it's I'm sure the guys who made these t-shirts are somehow giving you some kind of pressure about it. Tell the truth.
No,
Tell the truth.
It's actually worse than that.
It is.
Yeah. It's we're the ones who, I'm the one who, this is all my thing.
Oh, you financed it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Gary.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And the teeth.
Shut up.
You financed it?
Yes. And yeah. It wasn't a great startup cost.
I thought that some guy approached you about it.
No, because the problem with that is that you always end up getting gypped.
Right.
Because you're trusting some other guy to
And you designed that?
in a way.
In a way.
Who
What
did,
does
your
that
wife?
mean?
No, we actually had some guy draw a picture.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Hey, come on, man.
Hey, it's cool. Listen, be honest. That's what you do.
Baba Booey, this is true. This is typical Gary. He decided to gyp himself.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to share nothing with anybody. Now that I'm making zero, I don't have to share with anyone.
But you've been down that road before,
Yeah.
even with
But how do you plan to
we've been advertising. We had
All right.
an ad on the back page of the Village Voice.
All right.
And in some of the other markets, I've been able to, run commercials.
Were there any t-shirts that you rejected before you went with this one?
Yes, there was.
Are there really?
Oh, you should show us the designs that didn't make it.
Or did you just go with the first thing?
No. You should. There was a whole thing. I showed a bunch to Jackie and John, and they hated them all.
Look at that design, Robin. Suddenly Tom's bumper stickers look like artwork. All right. So you put up the money for it. All right. So I don't know. You want
Now you look at that shirt, you're thinking about Baby Jackson's education.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of a weird
he's
thing.
going to be educated fine whether this T-shirt does well or not, Robin.
And it's just sort of a weird thing because I know Gary, Gary wears it in here every day, so
Yeah,
everyone will see it on the
yeah.
E! Show. And
And
I
didn't
don't-
we
so-
tell him
I
the
don't-
dress code was no T-shirts?
No, hold on
Yeah.
a second. Hold on a second.
and the belly
A,
hanging over the
This
shirt.
is- that I can't help you with. This is only the second time I've worn it, and there's lots of times without ties. I have this convoluted thing, but if I wear a T-shirt of any kind, I usually wear a sports coat. I'm just not wearing it right now. And then the days I don't wear a sports coat, I wear a shirt and a tie.
So he gets it on the E! Show. It's just like even Jackie has grown up somewhat and not worn his 922 wine shirts.
Right, he stopped
Not
doing
more than
that.
2 months ago, when Jackie was finally on the E! Show, he turned his sweatshirt around so that you could read the phone number.
Oh, really?
You remember
Oh,
that?
I didn't
There was a
realize.
re- what
I
was
thought maybe
happening-
you would have.
Something weird was happening that day, though. There was a reason for
Yeah, and Jackie wanted to get more advertising.
Right.
No.
Something weird was happening.
You turned your sweatshirt around. You went out to the
No, I know that, but
something big. We had a press conference of some
Oh, all
sort.
right. Well, I take it back. Jackie has
Has
it.
it.
Jackie went to the bathroom, and when Jackie came back,
I did it
the
right
phone
here.
number
What are
was
you
in
talking
front.
Oh, you caught him.
Yeah, we talked about it on the air.
I did it right here.
No, you
Took
didn't.
off it was a sweatshirt. I took it off and switched it right here. So right here. Oh,
Well. And then what's on the back of the shirt?
The phone number.
So you're walking around with a phone number on your shirt?
It wasn't my
I mean,
idea.
if I call up and get a shirt, I have to walk around and advertise the phone number where I got the shirt?
Only a special few have the phone number on the back.
Oh, you're
Although
kidding.
Tom suggested to me, Tom said, I've been in this business a long time, and I know.
Uh-oh. Tom Chiasano
Yeah,
said
he
it.
said, put the phone number on the back.
Oh, he's a brilliant guy.
But it costs an extra 50 cents a shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's nothing on the back of most
But Tom
shirts.
said, if you sell a couple of extra off the shirt, but I was thinking, like,
Tom
why would
is amazing
Why
guy.
would anybody want the phone number?
Yeah, why would you want a shirt
But
that
he's
had
trying
a
to
phone
help.
number?
He was trying to
He's
help.
trying to help. Yeah.
He was
his
giving
help
me-
is incredible.
he was giving me his
Imagine
expertise.
the station has to pay him for these ideas.
jeez.
So where is the phone set up with the 1-800 number?
It's a 212 number. When you call, you get me.
Oh.
Oh, we got to call.
Does Mary get to answer the phones when you're not around?
No. It's nothing like that. They're not in my parents' attic or anything.
Oh.
You didn't bring the rest of the family into the business?
No. It was too cruel.
Because Jackie's got his grandmother answering the phone.
You know, he keeps saying it wasn't his idea. Everything's not his idea.
Well, I have
but it is-
management.
Yeah, it isn't his idea.
In fact, the guys came to me and they said, we got this phone number with 6969 in it. I said, you know what? I think that's really stupid. That wasn't the way I wanted to advertise it.
Yeah, someone might remember that.
It just made it sound
Gary-
more foolish
Yeah.
than it
Gary
was.
prefers
New York
jumbled
is,
numbers.
New York is easily remembered.
Very good.
Right, very good. Yeah.
Has nothing to do with
Let me
the
ask you
shirt.
something. I grew up in New York. I can barely remember it, but I remember 69.
You know what?
I had it once.
It also has nothing to do with the shirt, New York, so.
Well, neither does 69.
But at least you remember 69.
69 is a sexy number. All right, listen, who cares?
Okay.
So everyone's got like little enterprises going and stuff, and everyone's trying to sort of get something going, but sometimes it sort of interferes with my concept
Yeah.
of the show. You know? I just don't want to be out there with 97 products. And this is how, this is how it happens.
You know what has happened? Everyone has turned into Hank.
Yeah, right. Everyone's like a little Hank.
Would you come to the opening of my restaurant?
Yeah, right. And it's just like weird.
We got 10,000 Hanks on
Yeah,
the show.
they got to figure out a way to have side business. It's like Ed McMahon had side businesses.
Right.
I really, you know what? I really do sometimes watch that show and feel like Hank because he's always going to like monster truck shows and,
Right.
you
are Hank.
He's going to Phoenix to do like the refrigerator convention.
Congratulations on your...
Well, it means a lot of things. The easy answer is it means, when somebody screws up or, it's simply Gary's name. But really what it represents is I told you so. When Gary turned to me and said, you're making fun of me now and calling me Baba Booey, but this will last a day. And so Baba Booey means to me perseverance, a joke that goes on way longer than anybody could imagine. This is a great triumph, the name Baba Booey.
This is Bowie 25 on Howard 101. See how one monkey misstep changed pop culture history.
The governor's call was gracious.
Romney's going to be the winner.
At the RNC convention, and that may have a lot to do with having to reorganize the whole idea of
ask not what your country can do for you.
This is Bowie 25, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the name that became a movement.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
And Baba Booey to go. All weekend long on Howard 101.
Romney's going to be the winner.
Okay, let's move it around here. We got a Romney person here too.
I think Obama's math just doesn't add up.
Okay, great.
Obama's going to be now. Obama.
After they have get that best with Mr. Obama.
Okay. Romney. Thoughts? Just Romney.
Obama all the way, 100% support.
Now, Fafa Foley just said to me, hey, boss, I want to make sure I'm doing things right. And by the way, you are. He came to me and he said, I've glommed something. I want to make sure it's okay with you. I said, what did you get this time? He says, well, I got screening tickets to Jurassic Park, to go see a screening of Jurassic Park. I said, oh, you mean for all of us? He goes, no, like a regular screening, a nighttime screening. Is it okay that I go? And I go, yeah. I said, but what about the other people on the show who want to go? You only got tickets for yourself?
That's true. I did. I didn't
But
know.
but let me ask you something. Why wouldn't you want Robin to see Jurassic Park before you as the producer of the show?
I
don't know that Robin's available to go. I'm just saying, why wouldn't you say to her, hey... See, the problem is you come to me and you say, boss, is it okay if I go to a screening of Jurassic Park? No, but that puts me in an awkward position. If you can only get 2 passes to it...
Right.
I believe Robin, quite frankly, or Fred or Jackie or me before you should go see it.
Okay, who would like to go?
How many tickets do you have?
2.
All right, so immediately glom them for yourself.
Well,
it does me no good if you see Jurassic Park.
Well, that's not entirely true.
What do you mean?
I mean, I have done movie reviews in the past.
Yeah, you come in and you go, hey, it was a great movie, cliffhanger, boss.
Well, it was.
Yeah, but I mean, I could have read that in the newspaper.
I saw Dave reviewed that.
Yeah, right. Hey, it was a great movie, boss? Dave.
What did he come in and he said to Ivan Reitman, it's been done before, but you do it very cleverly.
Yeah. Plus, of course, the day after a screening, he'll be drowsier than ever.
Yeah.
Or should I say more drowsy than he usually is.
It's an early screening. Robin and I are going to a screening next Monday together for the show.
What screening is that?
The Arnold Schwarzenegger screening.
Last Action Hero.
Yes.
Now, why wasn't I informed of that?
I hadn't had a chance to talk to you about it. They're not making a special screening for us.
No, I know that, but why wasn't I informed of it? I told you I want a list of everything that you're going to.
Well, I'm telling you now. I was going to tell you after the show today.
When are you going to that?
That would be, I think, next Monday.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe I want to make plans to be there.
I was going to let you know after the show today.
I might take your 2 tickets. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take his 2 tickets.
You can have my tickets.
Yeah.
You don't understand. I'm going for the show. They need somebody from the show to see. You can have my tickets.
Okay, good. I might take them.
Have a party.
I might take them.
6 o'clock at night. You're a madman.
I might go.
You might.
That's right. Or I might
but
not.
that's okay.
That's right. Although Jurassic Park you really should see because you have dinosaur-sized teeth. So that would fit in perfect. Because at Jurassic Park, they'll think he's like one of the exhibits.
Yeah, they may have the actors climb down off the screen.
Yeah, a Brontotoothus.
Visit Gary.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Tyrannosaurus Bowie.
I was I know you're always goofing at me. You're goofing on me that I'm looking, through that Prodigy and stuff. But I'm looking through it this weekend, and they're talking about you. And I see all of a sudden I'm on a subject, and I punch it up, and it's like, boy, does that Baba Booey? Is he an idiot? Does he have big giant teeth and that dopey animation? I'm looking at this. I'm like, I'm paying to be made fun of.
That's right. I'm paying here.
Floppa Flowly.
It's even worse than signed Mary Delavate. So, well, let's see what's going on this Prodigy that I subscribe to. Let's see.
I'm online.
Mary, how come I'm not getting anything on the screen? Oh, I have to turn it on? All right. Let's see. Ba Booey. That's me. Let's see what it says. I'll punch this button.
Booey.
So far, I only owe $800 to Prodigy for all the phone calls I'm making.
Flunky.
I got my phone bill, by the way.
Yeah?
And it didn't change whatsoever.
Really? Good.
Because they're local call.
Okay. I was worried about you. Maybe I shouldn't look at stuff about myself. It ruins my on-air performance. Maybe I should just play rotisserie baseball. All right, thank you. Do you play the games and stuff on Prodigy?
Some of them.
Yeah? I picture Baba Booey doing real important work on that computer all weekend. Looking up his name under where people write.
Right.
And then just sort of playing games.
Switching over to the game.
I have to go right over to Quote Check, where I check the performance of my stocks.
Oh, I see.
Oh, dear.
Both, I've learned the alphabet from Prodigy. You can't even type, can you?
No.
You do one-finger typing?
Yeah.
Great.
The hunt and peck method.
Why wouldn't you learn, especially if you want to get ahead and stuff, why wouldn't you learn how to type?
I don't think Gary ever really had a plan.
Yeah, I mean, instead of sitting and typing into Prodigy and trying to learn about himself and read what other listeners are writing, why wouldn't you take a typing course and in 6 weeks learn how to type?
Or any kind of course.
Yeah,
learn something.
I mean, learn something. I know how to do something. I know how to produce a show. I know how to book guests.
One finger on the keys, one in his nose, and he's happy. He's working that Prodigy.
Floppa Flowly.
Yeah, typing would really mess him up.
Yeah.
You need both hands.
You have to put his foot in his nose.
I tried to take a typing course after I graduated college.
Yeah.
One of those adult ed courses.
Yeah.
I left after the first night.
Why? It's so easy.
It isn't that easy.
Yeah, sure it is. 6 weeks you know how to type.
Be discouraged in one night.
It was discouraging.
ASDF JKL semi. Just practicing it. That's it.
How could he be discouraged after one night? They don't even do anything but hand you a book.
If I got a computer, the first thing I would learn is how to type because that makes it fun.
Yeah.
The fact that you can really whiz around on it, it makes no sense to have a computer and not be able to know how to type. Sit there with one finger. That's like saying, gee, I need a computer so I can get my work done quickly and then sit there with one finger.
Didn't they have typing in his high school?
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, of course he wouldn't take it.
The guys didn't take typing in high school.
His father didn't know how to raise him. My father turned to me and just said, you know what, son? You're never going to remember any of this crap from high school. But one thing you should learn how to do is type. I've always found it useful. You could even get a job knowing how to type.
Sure.
So Gary, of course, wasted more time in high school.
Anybody who couldn't learn typing, my God.
Yeah. Fred, you know how to type, don't you?
Sort of.
Do you? Do you have one finger, or do you know how to type?
I use 4 fingers.
Yeah, I mean, I can type pretty fast for someone who never took a typing course. I bet you I can type 35 words a minute.
I bet you can't.
Bet you I can.
Okay.
He didn't count all the errors. There's not actual words. He could just.
Oh, you mean with no errors, or with tons of errors?
No, with maybe one error.
Really?
2 errors. 35 words, 2 errors in a minute.
Okay, I'll take that bet.
You.
I'll take a bet on that.
How much?
I'll go 100 with you.
I don't have any more on me.
Yeah, you better not bet. I'm like the Michael Jordan of radio. Yeah, I'll bet you. Here's 100.
Anything that happens. Want to bet?
Yeah, want to bet? I'll bet on that you can't type 35 words a minute. What do you use? Like 2 hands or 1?
No, I use 2 hands.
Yeah? 2 fingers or 10 fingers and 2 teeth? All right, very good. What do you use? 2 fingers?
I'm not going to answer any more questions.
Are there boogers on every key on that computer?
No. No.
What are these green keys, Gary?
Yeah, well, there's a booger on G.
Wait a second now. One time, I got caught.
Oh, you're always picking your nose.
I've seen you a couple of times. I mean, you sort of, go to the corner. But
Gary, I don't do it on TV. That's called a nose-picking addiction.
I didn't do it on TV
very
either.
Good. Okay, I know you didn't. That's why we all saw it.
No, it's not like I got in front of the camera and said, now I will pick my nose.
Gary, you were in front of 1,000 people picking your nose.
You were right on the street.
I was in the crowd behind.
Oh.
You guys had to get a computer and make it larger so you could see my face.
Uh-oh. It's a period. The booger made it look like a semicolon. Mary, my cursor is snot-laden.
I need your help.
Foley.
All right, very good, Fafa Foley.
Sorry.
And by the way, when you do me a favor, when you get 2 tickets to see Jurassic Park,
Well, I just got them.
give me a memo on that, and I'll see who's available to go. And if no one's available to go, then you'll get to go.
Okay.
When a screening comes up.
Right. No, seriously, it would do me a lot of good if you went to Jurassic Park, Robin. Not that I don't know that you can. It's not mandatory, but if there are tickets involved, maybe I'd rather have you there than Fafa Foley. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
Or even for that matter, believe it or not, Jackie or Fred.
Right, because they
actually write stuff.
Parody it or something.
But Fafa Foley goes, and then he goes, "Hey, boss, I saw Jurassic Park. It is really good." That just doesn't do me a lot of good.
All right. Would you like me to come back with a more detailed review to prove myself?
No, I just would like you to come in and tell me when my tickets are available so that I can dole them out to people on the show. And quite frankly, just because you answer my phone doesn't mean they're calling you directly to take you to the screening. It's just that you're the person who deals on the phone. Those tickets are mine.
That's why I told you about it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is don't position it like, boss, I have 2 tickets. I'm going to Jurassic Park. Is that okay?
No, I said, can I go?
No.
May I go? There are 2 tickets.
This is what you do from now on.
May I go?
Can I tell you again what you're supposed to do?
But I said there are 2
With
tickets.
your very fast computer skills,
Yes.
you type me a memo that says, as of such and such a date, there are 2 tickets available to Jurassic Park. I am one of the people who's available to go. Can you please get back to me on it?
Okay.
And then I will ask Robin, Fred, Jackie, Stuttering John, and Gorillo if they're available. And if they're not, you can go.
Why do I get last placement on the list?
No. You're after Fred.
Who's before Fred?
Robin and Jackie. Because Jackie might actually write something that I'd see. Robin might talk about it on the air, and then Fred might write something. Even though I won't see it, at least it'll be written. All right?
Understood.
Okay, very good. And then you.
I'm learning.
Okay. And then I might even put Stuttering John ahead of you because he might want to go and do interviews. Okay?
Well, there won't be anybody there to interview.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well,
okay?
I can tell you. I mean, you would ask me.
I might want to interview the audience at the end of the show.
I see.
Which is something you're too important to do. Okay? Thank you. I might want to just start doing a movie screening, Paul. I get ideas off of this stuff. Okay? So really, seriously, that's now the way it's done.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
And he's all hurt. He's like,
no, there's no arguments.
This is so unfair because I got the phone call. And it's for me.
No, it didn't go anything like that.
And nobody else wants to go. Yeah, well, nobody wants to go because nobody knows about it. Right, Robin?
Right, Howard.
Do you ever get told about these things?
No.
I mean, he keeps it a secret.
I have no idea.
I called his house the other night, and his wife says to me, "Oh, Gary's at a movie screening." I'm like, "Well, gee, why don't I know about this?"
Yeah, what screening was that?
I don't even remember what it was. What was the night I called you? What were you seeing?
There's so many in the last few weeks.
I know.
He's been going to a lot.
He saw like 8 movies in the last 2 weeks.
Sleepless in Seattle, I saw.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, boss, that was a really good movie.
Yeah, but it's not funny, Gary, because I really want to know about these screenings. I mean, I feel like these are calls that are coming into me that I'm not receiving the messages
Right,
on.
but I already got yelled at about that. Let's not bring it up again. You told me what to do. I did it.
Yeah, but you did it wrong today. You came in and said, "Hey, boss, I want to go to see Jurassic Park."
And then you just yelled at me about that, so now I got that right.
All right.
Let's
Seriously,
not beat it.
what happened? And you weren't supposed to confront me verbally about tickets. You're supposed to just hand me a memo.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. You got typing skills. You can do 35 words a minute. So now there's no excuse. And you got a computer in your house. You can even type me the memo from your house. That'll give you something to do on that computer instead of playing games. All right, very good. Fafa Foley, thank you. You go out and produce now. All right, that's my producer, Fafa Foley. There we go. He's now typing me a memo. Dear Wolf, I've received tickets to Jurassic Park.
Screening season is over.
Screening season. He's a character, you know. It's like none of us exist on this show, and he thinks those phone calls coming in are for him. He really does. He really thinks those are his phone calls and his tickets.
Well, he looks at it as his social calendar.
Right.
As opposed to, work for the show.
Yeah. And then he'll always tell you he doesn't get paid a lot of money. He gets paid more than enough money.
Yeah, all that free recreation.
Yeah. Believe me. There's plenty of dough where he comes from. I mean, gee whiz. With the tickets. Mr. Tickets. And I see members of his family go to stuff. And I mean, he's constantly tickets and he's ticket brokering.
Yeah, he's at games, he's at screenings,
and these
he's
are
at concerts.
And these are things that come in because of me. Well, what do you think? The New York Knicks are calling him because of him? Do you think that if I fired him tomorrow, the New York Knicks lady would be calling him?
They'd still let him in.
Hi, Gary. I thought I'd call you at your house. I want to make sure we maintain our relationship. Now that you're
a couple of tickets to the playoffs.
Now that you're a garbage man. Those are my tickets. And I would like to reward people on this show who work hard with some seats every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Well, unfortunately, they can't get past Gary.
No, I mean, it's like he hoards. And also, he purposely doesn't tell people. So I want a list of everything. And if I can't get that list, I'll just have Kathy, my assistant.
How's she going to bypass Gary?
She's going to take all phone calls. Gary won't be allowed to answer the phone. Gary, repeat after me. I will report all screenings. Gifts and glommings. I will learn to type instead of reading Newsday every morning. I will write my calendar on my teeth so Boff can see it clearly. I am an expert at doing the wrong thing. All right, very good.
Papa Flunky. You know what?
What?
I bet he's going to start repeating again.
Yeah.
So much worse.
Hey, Fred, that's a pretty good impression.
That was great.
Yeah. What are you doing this?
I have to use a device.
What do you use, a pen?
I take a Sharpie and I stick my cheek out.
It's very good.
And then you like bilateral on the other side of the mouth. It's complicated, but it works.
Very good. Because it sounds like you want to throw up.
Well, it got awfully wet. I thought he was going to drown.
Gary has those mornings every once in a while. It's like
say the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
No, I resent that Robin, who is important to me, and you guys who are important to me, that you guys don't get invited to any of these screenings. And Gary thinks because they don't know your name.
Oh, I get invited if somebody asks me,
And
but
by the
nothing
way,
comes through this office.
The people who are calling for us. They're not calling for Gary. They just assume now that Gary's the only one who wants to go. And
well, that's what they assume because they issue the invitations and Gary's the only one who shows up.
Right. He ambushes the tickets because he answers the phone. It's like saying you hire a receptionist, right? Which Gary is my receptionist.
Yes.
And she's running a big corporation, and the receptionist starts doing business with everybody.
Well, it's very funny because, when concerts come around, I'll always, I'll hear Gary, sort of whispering, I'm going to the Prince concert. I'm like, oh, I didn't know Prince was coming to town. But he doesn't inform us,
No.
He really should say, hey, this is what's coming up this month. Anybody want to go? Let me see if I can get tickets.
But he tells us afterwards.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He finds the information for himself, negotiates himself some tickets, and then after it's all over and it's a week before the concert,
yeah, because you hear Gary's going to a special 100 person Prince concert or something, and you go, well, how are you doing that? Well, they called Balls about a month ago and got my tickets.
Well, that's actually a really bad example, not on your part, but on Robin's part, because everybody gets a concert calendar every month in their mailbox that Robin, I'm sure you throw away.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't even know about it.
Everybody does get a calendar of events for the whole. In fact, you got a list of every concert at Jones Beach for the summer, as a for instance. Did you read it or throw it away?
Yeah, and what?
No, I'm just saying.
What should she do with that list?
She should look at it and say, Gary, I would like to go to this show, and this show.
Yeah, but why do you go? I would like to go to this show, and this show.
No, you just said.
No, I'm saying, but why do you go? What makes you feel that you should be abusing this privilege?
I'm not. I mean, everybody pays for tickets. The station.
I see. These are not free.
The station gives everyone at the station an opportunity to buy tickets in advance if there's a show you're interested in.
I see. Hey, Bolf, great Beatles reunion last night. You were invited to. Gary knows full well what I'm talking about.
I'm going to see Paul McCartney Unplugged. You want to go?
Yeah. But wait a second, boss. MTV called me personally. They're my friends. Oh, they are? Gee, would they be your friends if you were a garbage man? No, but
but I'm not a garbage man.
But I'm not. I'm your receptionist. No, from now on, I want a list of everything you're
I know
offering.
we talked about this.
Yeah, but
already.
I've yet to receive one list.
Well, this is the first time it came up.
No. Since I told you, you've already been invited to 2 or 3 things, and now
I haven't. This is the first thing I've been invited.
You were invited to Jurassic Park,
right?
And you were invited to another movie screening.
No, I haven't been.
You're going with Robin.
Right, I was going to talk to you about that today.
No, I don't want you talking to me about it. I keep telling you that. Right. I want you to make a list. All right, there you go. He's stupid. He's thick.
Stop.
He's thick. I tell you 900 times. I'm telling you the same thing over and over again. Make me a list. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Hello, this is Morgan Freeman, and you're listening to Bowie 25. Only on Howard 101. He's a douchebag.
Hey, I got you a birthday gift. Hey, Gary, bring in my birthday gift for Robin. It's underneath the desk.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. And forget about my birthday, please.
How old are you, 40?
Oh, please.
No, really, are you?
No, this is the last year that I can say, oh, please.
Oh, please. Yeah. Oh, please, like it's that outrageous. You're 39, right?
Yeah.
Not a big deal. You want to live
It
forever?
is a big deal. Yeah, I do. I don't know what's on the other side.
You want to get up at 4 in the morning forever?
It seems that that.
Well, wait a second, Gary. Give me my gift.
What's he doing?
Baba Booey.
He was giving it to you like it's his gift. This is just for me. I didn't chip in this year. You know what? These son of a bitches. Mike Angie says to me this morning, you know what day it is today? I go, what? This is the first thing in the morning. He goes, you know what day it is today? I go, do I know what day it is today? I knew what he was driving at. I go, do I know? I said, let me ask you something, Ganji. Are you a quiz show host? Is that your job now to host Jeopardy?
Yeah, you got to hit me with a question.
Is the
as
answer,
soon as we come in?
what is Robin's birthday? Do I have to answer in question form? Where are these tissues?
Oh, I went to go get your gift.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Gary.
Baba Booey.
Overloading him already.
You didn't send him out to do two things at once.
Gary, from now on, carry tissues in your pocket so you're always prepared. The idea that I have to wait disturbs me.
You know, I was reading an article about John Hughes last night.
Yeah.
You know, the guy who makes all those movies like Home Alone and stuff.
Yeah.
They were, you know, in the article they were writing, he's on a movie set, and they said, you know, he was chain-smoking cigarettes and sipping from a Diet Coke that was refreshed every 10 minutes by his assistant.
There you go. That's right. Refreshed. I need to be refreshed every 10 minutes. Refreshed.
Now that's living.
Yeah, well, there's a guy who makes a lot of money for that movie company. You hear that, Gary?
What's that?
John Hughes' assistant refreshes him every 10 minutes with a new Diet Coke.
Yeah, but that's all he has to do all day.
Yeah.
That's his job.
What else you got to do?
Refresh you.
Gary, we were somewhere yesterday where Gary had to explain to somebody what he did for a living.
Oh, yeah?
It's very difficult with you sitting there.
Yeah. So the guy says, well, what do you do? I said, so Gary looks at me, oh. And I said, well, tell the man.
A lot of intangibles, you know.
Yeah. Try to put
Yeah,
a
we
finger
can't
on.
put our fingers on it either.
Try to put your finger on what Gary does. You could refresh boss's drink every 10 minutes. Repeat after me. I am born to serve.
To serve.
All right, very good.
You know, one of our clients, one of our publicist people in L.A. who never heard the show before asked me, where does boy Gary come from?
Yeah.
So I explained to them that, you know, that I said, I'm his boy.
Yeah.
They're pretty horrified by it. I go, how
You're
old
my
are
boy.
you? They said, how old are you? I said, 30.
Yeah, but you were like 20-something when I met you.
You were a boy then.
You're still a boy. You're my boy. You do my work. You're my boy. So guy was like, I don't know, man. It's very intangible. But a lot of intangibles. Repeat after me. Intangibles?
Intangibles?
Mean nothing.
Nothing.
So I do nothing.
What did he say? Did he have nothing to
Tell
say?
Robin what you do.
I think I said that I book all the guests on the show, and I take care of a lot of the organizational tasks in the office.
That's why we're disorganized.
Yeah.
Right.
In fact, I was reading an interview with Gary.
Yes.
Where they ask him what your job is. Let's see. Let me find it. Oh, look at that. It just happens to be handy. Figures.
Boy, what great luck.
Describe a typical workday.
Oh, man.
I live in the city, so I leave my apartment around 5:20 a.m. Doing a lot better than I am.
Yeah.
I get in here around 5:40 a.m., and Howard's in reading the paper. So far, all I hear about him leaving his apartment and me reading the paper.
This is a big deal.
I just
Leaving his house.
I just got here.
All right, 3 sentences of work so far. So you must be asking what they do for a living. You have to describe what time they leave.
Right, they'll tell you what they do when they get to the office.
Describe your
he
day.
didn't say describe what you do
Describe
for
your
he said
day.
Describe your day.
Most people don't describe what time they leave their apartment.
He didn't have to print that.
And then I'll leave at 12 o'clock. I'll leave my apartment at 5:20, get in at 5:40, and then I'll leave at noon. That's pretty much it.
The way this is going, then he would describe, and then I go out at noon and I hail a cab.
Right.
I get back to my apartment.
Or sometimes I go to the gym.
So sometimes a subway home.
I get in here around 5:40 a.m. and Howard's in reading the paper, and Stutter and John's in getting the show set up.
So what do you do?
We haven't gotten it. What is he doing? And I just go around and get the studio set up the way he wants it. Is that really true?
No.
Yeah.
It's not true. I thought Ganji does all that. And
Yeah.
Fred.
No, Fred, plays the beginning of the show, but I do come in and make sure that you have the chair that you need and the headphones that you need and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Make sure everything's the way where it should be. Clean it up a little bit because, it might be messy from the overnight job.
All right,
Not
okay.
Maria, but others.
All right. Then I have a list of things he can potentially do for the day. He?
You, meaning you.
Oh. Like, I'll go to him right before the show and say, Arnold Schwarzenegger's calling in at 8 o'clock. Richard Lewis is coming in at 9:15. Don't forget, Judy Tenuta's coming in. We want to talk to her about that marriage certificate, that sort of stuff.
This is almost biblical now, like you as he is God.
Yeah, thank you. Well, as long as if you want to get into that. Then while he's on the air, I'll go over best of. Still don't get what he's doing.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't understand this.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't either.
It doesn't sound like much of a job so far.
That goes on all morning, plus helping out with the phones, too. Then by 10:30, he's off the air, and I'll start returning calls. Usually after some writing, they leave, and it's a lot easier to get stuff done. What stuff? Bulls, I have to leave early. I got to go rent a truck to pick up the free stuff. I glam with your name. Yesterday was unbelievable. I had a meeting with the guy from Warner Home Video, It was unbelievable. He wanted Gary in there. I said, no. I don't see. Gary never participates in a client meeting ever.
I know why he wanted me in there, though. I do know that.
Why was that?
Because he had a lot of promotions that he wanted to do.
You'll be in there with him afterwards. When I go in. And I said to him, look, I said, what is it? I said, all I know is you want me to watch these videos. You're sending videos to Gary for some reason under his name. He seems to think that they're his videos. He thinks if he gets something in his name, it's his. That's the worst thing you could think, Gary.
I know.
No, the guy is sending it to you so I will see it. For example, one of the videos I'll be talking about is the Josephine Baker story, which I watched. It was laying in Gary's little pile of things to bring home, or garbage pile.
Right, because he didn't want it.
Yeah, he says, oh, boss, you could have it. I'm not going to watch this. I'm not interested in this. I said, oh, thanks. Thank you for letting me have a video. Thank you.
Then I guess that won't be something Gary will talk about on the air.
Yeah, I guess Gary's not interested in that one. So I told Gary from now on, all of his stuff is my stuff. Just because it says Gary Delabate on it doesn't mean it's his.
Yeah.
It's mine. All mine. This whole empire is mine. Think of your universe as mine. Think of me as your parent. You ask your parents' permission before you can go see a movie. Or read a book.
Or take the car.
Now repeat after me. What's Howard's?
What's Howard's?
Is Howard's.
It's Howard's.
What's mine?
What's mine?
Is Howard's.
It's Howard's.
Everything?
Everything
is Howard's.
I got my first real six string. Was the summer of 16.
9. 9.
Show us your Baba Booey. The NFL Network.
If you were a football player, what position would you play?
Ah, man. I mean, I was a football player. Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Yeah, anyway.
It's getting crazy out here, ladies and gentlemen.
Channel 2 New York.
And the stadium is filling up fast with less than an hour to go to this first Subway Series showdown of the season. Live at Shea Stadium, Dave Carlin, CBS 2 News.
Fox News.
Trying to show that there's due process here, but I think that's where it's going to wind up when all is said and done. She's going to be the Bahamas next to her son.
Well, Howard K. Stern is speaking. Let's listen. Baba Booey.
Channel 4 St. Louis.
In hindsight, do you wish you could have done more? You know, that question has come up.
See how one little mistake changed sports history.
You know, I came in here, Baba Booeyed my fucking opportunity.
We just kind of Baba Booeyed it at the blue line a couple times.
Looking for a Rangers fan.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Booey.
This is Booey 25, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the name that became a movement.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
And Baba Booey go. All weekend long on Howard 101.
Now, if you had your own talking Carmen Electra doll,
what would it say?
Baba Booey. What's Baba? You're not a Howard Stern fan.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Hello. I'm so sorry. Just to hear that coming out of your beautiful mouth. Baba Booey. Baba Booey. That's fair enough. So if we pulled the string, that's what it would say. You gotta love that. Gotta love that about her.
Love Howard.
Sorry. Total brain fart.
Does everyone in here know what their IQ is?
No.
No.
I do.
Fred, I think, does, right? Because we always
I know
talk
what it
about
was in
that.
8th grade.
I know mine is really...
When do people get their IQs?
Mine's really average.
It is?
Yeah.
Well,
You got your IQ? Because Artie makes a point. Nobody ever told me my IQ.
I think I don't know why I seem to remember a number.
I never got it tested.
I don't even know if it's accurate. In other words,
See, I would assume yours was definitely high.
no, I got to assume mine's really low. I can't add. I can't do math.
You're assuming,
I don't
but
think
that's ridiculous.
Does
think
that
that-
have
I
to do
think
with
the
it? I
number
think it must have common sense.
Like a real mediocre number, like 112 or 119, something like that.
See,
What is high?
Average.
What?
I think that's average
Yeah,
IQ.
yeah, average.
I saw mine in my science teacher in 8th grade. He had a book, and next to all names it said IQ, and it was plus and minus 100.
Yeah.
And there were actually a couple of minuses.
Yeah.
There was like one that was like -2,
Yeah.
which means somebody had a 98
Yeah.
or like -8 or something. So I saw mine, but it was in 8th grade.
What was it?
It said plus 36.
Wow.
But in fucking 8th grade.
So you might have 136 IQ.
Who knows?
What is high?
8th grade. It's really an aptitude as opposed to something that's going to change with knowledge.
Yeah, it doesn't change.
Who knows?
IQ is your intelligence quotient. You know, so it's like that ain't gonna change. You ain't gonna get smarter unless you take that shit we sell.
So you're 136. What is high though? What's like the
140? I think is it 140 or 160 for Mensa?
I think it was 140 for Mensa.
140 for Mensa.
You're almost
I know
Mensa.
I'm no Mensa. Yeah, you're claiming you're almost genius level,
Dude, I saw it in a book. Who knows what's what?
I
Maybe
don't
it was.
think there's too many geniuses running around at Delphi.
You never know.
He wanted to show off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it. I had a 3.8 grade point average at a Delphi.
Christopher, you're on the air in San Francisco.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, Howard.
Hi.
I just wanted to put Gary in his place, saying he has an IQ of 136. I beg your pardon. There's no way he has an IQ anywhere near that.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe,
He's
too.
been keeping it hidden.
I never said I had an IQ. I said I looked at a book and that's what it was. You want me to take a test? Why don't we all take the
That's
test?
what I want to do. I'll challenge you any day, Gary.
Who are you?
No, even unprepared, I can beat you.
All right, well.
How do you
So,
prepare
am
for?
I supposed to be upset that a stranger might be smarter than me?
Your whole career is based on you lacking the ability to solve problems. And you have an IQ of 136 is all about...
And he went to BOCES.
I mean, I think even Sal's smarter than you.
Is that like an insult to Sal?
I know my IQ was low. I mean, I think I was borderline retarded.
Oh, stop
I'm not
it.
kidding you. I was really disappointed. I remember seeing some, I don't even know that this is right, but I remember either the number 114 or 119.
Right.
What'd you want?
That's above average.
Is it? Because I don't know.
What did you want?
I would like 136
160 or something?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to, like when people go, "Oh, Howard's a genius." And I'm saying to myself, "No, I'm not."
I remember around the second grade for some reason a number 170, but that might have been my weight. I have never taken an IQ test to the best.
You
of
know
my
what? You
knowledge.
might
You
have.
probably did, but you
In
never got the
schools,
result.
They weren't supposed. Like by the time you're 38, they figured out they shouldn't tell a kid what his IQ is because it might actually damage him to think, "Wow, I'm so limited." Like if, but I think back in my day, they just tell you you're a stupid fuck and you had to deal with it.
Really? I mean, in the 70s they even had that? I mean, I would think that would be like...
Yeah, they had...
Gary
Can I
didn't
ask what
even
the
know what
genius on the phone does for a living?
Gary, you didn't even know what HTJ meant back in the day when Sal used to call you.
But what is it that you do that's so important with your
I'm a
ridiculously high
computer
IQ?
Computer scientist. And I run two
What does that mean,
companies. I run two companies.
What's your IQ?
I don't believe that, actually.
Mine is 129.
It seems
No.
pissed, guy, that you might have...
Like I said, if you
Well,
want...
Gary's 136, he claims.
I never said I was 136.
I think 136 is the number of M&Ms that Gary eats in a minute, but that's just my guess.
There you go.
All right.
Now we're talking.
All right. Hey, thanks, bro.
Okay, Bill. Take care.
Howard, don't let him hang up.
Why?
Because I would take an IQ test against him, and if he loses, then Sal gets to teabag him.
Well, maybe he'll call back. Christopher, go ahead.
Yeah, Gary, I was going to go on about my way this morning, but Gary said he wanted to challenge me to an IQ test.
Yeah, all right. You want to come down here?
Anywhere, anytime.
All right, Gary. This guy wants to challenge you to an IQ test.
And what's the penalty?
Right, but if he loses, he gets teabagged.
Right.
And if I lose, nothing happens because I don't claim to be smarter than him.
This brings up in it. Why don't we all take them?
I can give you a test right now. You couldn't pass.
Go ahead, give him a test.
Okay. There's 10 people in the race, Gary. You overtake the last person. What position are you in?
There's 10 people in a race. I
You
overtake
the last person. What position are you in?
Well, I would think it's 9th, but it clearly can't be the right
Can I answer it?
Yeah.
How can you overtake the last person? You're the last person.
Right, then
Gary's wrong.
Get the fuck out of here, you dummy. He is a retard.
I can keep going.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to give you 3 words, and I want you to tell me what the words are. Okay. I'm going to spell it. Okay. You ready?
Sure.
Okay. First word, McDonalds.
Say that again slowly. ACDON.
ALDS.
Oh, you said MC.
MC.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said AC.
No, MC.
MC. Keep up.
So it sounds like McDonald's, but I didn't hear all the letters, so I'm not going to...
That's right. Okay, you got that one right. All right, this is 3-part question. Next word. McDouglas.
It sounds like McDougal's.
Correct. Okay, last one.
Here's the trick part. MAC.
HINE.
HINE. HINE.
Go ahead, quickly. Just
McHine.
It's a machine, you fucking nitwit.
I'm done.
He tricked you.
I'm done.
McHine.
But that's not IQ. That's just fucking dumb trick questions.
Exactly.
No, but it's
That sounds like you got to get a TV.
That has nothing to do with fucking IQ.
I think it's about listening
Nothing to
and
do with IQ. It's abstract thinking.
I can tell you, I was in the garage yesterday, and the guy in the garage, for some reason, John in the garage, shows me this piece of paper, and it's got a sentence in it, and it says, how many F's are in this,
No such word.
I got it.
You can't even take, you're not even qualified to take an
So come in here and get Sal's cock on your face, you big fucking homo.
No homo here, buddy.
All right, Christopher, you two guys will take your IQ test, but Chris...
Wearing anywhere, anytime.
All right.
It's not about even preparation. You're supposed to be able to do this.
Right, no, you can't prep for
On the
it.
fly.
So probably one day next week, you'll come in.
I can probably keep up with Fred.
We'll probably one day next week come in. We'll do it at like shut up a second.
Okay.
One day next week you'll come in. I think they take about an hour. We'll do it at 7, and we'll have results by 8:15.
I can do it in 30 minutes.
Whatever it takes you to do it, do it.
To finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, McHine.
I'm a monkey. I need longer.
we'll leave you a message on your answering McHine.
All right, later, bro.
Thank you.
McHine, ball.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'll take an IQ test with you too, buddy.
I told you I have a low IQ. You're the one who said you had 136.
I never said I had.
We're gonna
I
see
said I
about
saw
that.
it. But here's the funny thing. I said I saw a thing on a piece of paper, which you guys now have made fact.
McHine.
You know, the machine one I had heard before, and I thought, my God, he's fallen into that trap because, I mean, I guess it's a typical trap people fall into, but I'd heard that question before for some reason.
McHine?
Yeah, I'd heard that same.
Well, I just want you to know,
Maybe you heard it in 2nd grade.
I want you to know.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
I want you to know that I took a little test at the garage yesterday that John at the garage gave me, and I got higher than every doctor and lawyer he showed it to. Just want to say.
All right. Thank you, Gary, and we'll see how you do against that gentleman. Okay. McHine. Oh, by the way... Oh, I never played you the clip of Inside the Porn Actor Studio, and then we'll get to Heidi Cortez.
Okay.
But
is she here?
Yes, she's here.
I don't think I've ever met her. I don't remember.
Yes, you have. We've had her on the show before. She's hot. She's fucking hot. Like Gary comes in, he goes, man, she's got such a great face and such beautiful tits. He goes, God, she's so adorable.
She's adorable.
Adorable.
That's high praise.
She's adorable.
She's adorable.
I like to use my sex McKine on her.
Yeah, you know what it is? She's not like, she doesn't look like she's been through the mill. She's just naturally pretty and.
Yeah, what did you say? I forget the quote. You were like, she's not a fucking whore.
She's not like a fucking washed up hose bag.
Yeah.
For a whore, she's no whore.
She doesn't look like a whore.
She's a fucking McCann.
How about Terminator 3, Rise of the McKines?
McHine.
McHine head.
I just bought a new adding McKine.
By Bush, McHine head.
You believe he didn't know Machine?
How about we could go on forever. This Pink Floyd. Welcome to the McKine.
Fred, are you surprised he didn't know Machine?
I was a little shocked, but you know, I mean, you could tell, like Artie was saying, those are one of those questions
It leads you to
that lead you to believe a certain way of thinking.
Yeah.
No, you got to think a little. A lot of people like Gary's new name, McHine. And it seems to be sticking a little. McHine.
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 Jessica Hine, you're on the air.
McHine.
So I actually missed the show for a day. Howard, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you guys. I missed the show for like a day or two, and I don't know what that means. I feel so lost. Like, how did he get this new name? And how do you say it?
First of all, it said McKine.
McKine.
Yeah, get with
McKine?
it.
McKine is Gary's new name.
McKine.
And it seems to be sticking.
Is
McKine.
it like McKind?
No, it's MACHINE.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and what does it mean?
Well, if I was to give you an IQ test, and I said to you, some guy called in because Gary was sort of claiming he had a high IQ.
Should we just ask?
Let's see,
question?
Jessica.
Yeah.
All right, if you were
It's how you pronounce.
How do you pronounce
like
words spelled like
how do you pronounce this word? You ready?
Uh-huh.
Benji, you know it?
I know
It's
it.
MACDONALD.
Yeah. S.
Wait. Say it one more time.
No, you got to answer quick. MACDONALDS.
McDonald?
Right. That's right.
Right.
It is?
Right. All right. Now say this one. MACDOUGLAS.
McDowell? Oh, I didn't even hear the last three letters.
MACDOUGLAS.
McDowell. I don't even know.
All right, that was close enough. Okay, now say this one. MACHINE.
McKine.
There you go.
Your name is McKine, too.
Is it right?
Yes.
No, it isn't, is it?
Your name is now McKine. How do you get that wrong?
I don't know.
I got it wrong? I'm never right.
Spell, say MACHINE.
MACHINE? McKine. McKine.
No.
Write it down, Jessica, and look at it.
All right, thanks, Robin. MAC.
Let's just make it Jessica's name.
McCann.
What?
McCann.
Yeah, McCann, like my name.
Jessica McCann.
Let's
write it down.
MAC.
Right.
HINE.
Right.
It's still McKine. McKine?
She's the best.
McKinn.
Oh, dear.
You're getting close.
I feel like one of those models. Hine, H-I-N-E. McHine. Heine.
You know
That's
what?
it. You got it. Heine. McHiney. See?
You know what, Jess? Figure it out and call us back in like a couple hours.
Thanks, baby.
All right?
Write down the word MACHINE.
Yeah.
Call your friends.
And when you figure out how to say it,
No, you guys just embarrass me every day. It's amazing that I call in.
What? What's
embarrassing you?
I know. It's wrong, isn't it? It's not McHiney.
yeah, McHiney.
Call back in a couple hours and look at it, study it.
Already, a couple of hours is not going to cut it.
Let me ask you something.
Why?
You're a smart girl.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to spell a word for you. I want you to tell me what it spells.
Okay.
MACHINE.
Am I? You're doing what you do to Beetlejuice.
No, MACHINE.
Okay. McChine.
All right,
Now,
you're
what
getting
does
closer.
McKine mean?
Now you've heard the word McChine.
No, I have not. Ever.
What number comes after 3?
4.
Okay. Now I'm going to spell a word. I want you to tell me what it says. Listen to me. MACHINE.
It's McHiney.
All right, you got it now. McHiney. So there.
Is it really, Howard?
Yeah. Yes.
You guys are laughing at me. It is.
So the next time you listen to Pink Floyd, and they say welcome to the McHiney.
Or when you're listening to the old James Brown records and he says he's a sex machine.
Or a sex McHiney.
McHiney. Yeah.
Oh, thank God I still look good. McHiney. It's not McHiney. I know it isn't.
Well, how would you spell James
I'm
Brown's
still
song?
as gullible. How would I spell James Brown's what?
No, you know what? I think
All right,
we
let
should
me
give her a
ask-
couple hours.
Let's see how long it takes.
Call back in at like
Buddy, it's
8.
never going to... No, it's not going to work.
Wait a second. Do you have a piece of paper there?
I would love
Yes.
to give her all
Do you have
day.
a pen?
Yes, right
All
in front of me.
All right. Spell the word right in front of you now in big letters. One word. MACHINE.
Oh, my God, it's Machine.
Yes!
McHine.
Oh, my God, I'm so embarrassed.
McHine.
The only thing that sucks is you make Gary look amazing.
Oh, my
McHine.
Well, he
God.
never figured it out.
Oh, my God, in heaven, I'm so embarrassed.
Well, that's why...
You were...
Good thing you're hot.
Oh, I'm so
McHine.
embarrassed. I am. Oh, my God, McHiney. Oh, that's like saying Arkansas or Arkansas. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, Howard.
All right, well, there
that's
you go.
how Baba Booey became McKine.
He's McKine.
Oh, because he said McKine instead of machine?
Yes.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
Are you mocking me, Jessica?
No, because I think you're smarter than that. I'm the one that would do something like that, like I just showed you. Howard, Gary's smart, honey. You didn't do that.
It's a fucking trick question.
It is,
Jessica,
Gary,
okay,
isn't
Jessica.
it? What? It is a trick.
You ready? Here you go. Spell the word P-O-S-T.
P-O-S-T, post. P-O-S-T, he said?
Yes. Gary just screwed it up now. He's trying to spell the word post.
Okay, now spell the word M-A-C-H-I-N-E.
That's a joke.
What, Gary?
Hold on.
What's going on there?
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed, you guys.
McKiney.
It was Machine McKiney. Oh my God, I'm dead. Oh, I gotta go now for a walk.
Wait, no, go.
What is
What?
it, Gary? You got me hanging here.
No, I fucked it up.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, Heine. Oh,
All right, bye,
God.
Jessica.
Jessica, Jessica, say this word. D-U-M-F-U-K.
Dumb fuck. Thanks.
Oh, you didn't have to rub that
That's
in.
not right.
Well, she got it right, though.
Artie, I'm always so kind to you.
We're kidding around,
I
Jess.
know.
Come on. It took you an hour to figure it out. We got to give you some break.
All right, thank you, Jessica.
I know.
Now you know Gary's name, McKine.
Dumb fuck. Oh, God. Bye.
Bye.
McKine.
You're listening to Bowie 25 on Howard 101.
Funniest damn thing happened during the commercials.
What?
Gary comes to me. He goes, "Okay, listen, I got to talk to you because Artie's out of the room." He goes, "Artie's." He starts telling me something. Artie was in the room.
Artie stood up.
No, Artie was sitting right there. Gary was looking at him.
I had my head down looking at the newspaper.
So Gary goes, "Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad." I go, "Gary, it was so goddamn embarrassing." And I made a face, and Gary's like, "Oh, come on, like you've never done that?" And I go, "No, I don't. I look. I mean, I look."
I looked over. I really did look over. He had his head all the way down.
What did he say?
It was not that big a deal. But
No,
but
it's not
it
bad.
It could have been bad, but it wasn't. But you have a way.
You're funny, though,
No, but
dude.
you're funny.
No, because you don't want to
can I
admit
just-
you did a Baba Booey.
There's no doubt, but you have a way of just going out of your way to make people feel worse about it when the mic isn't on.
Dude,
what?
I was embarrassed. That's all.
Robert, can I show you the face?
Yeah, show her.
He goes like this. He goes, oh.
It was bad. And John was like,
You seen that
Jesus
face, Robert?
Christ.
You seen that face?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so bad. I was like, wouldn't you do the same thing? I was like, oh my God, he's talking about Artie behind his back, but Artie's here.
Yeah, Artie's right there.
Yeah. He didn't say anything bad about me. It was something related to me.
Big lips, box teeth, nice ass, stinky, monkey, chunky.
Yeah, what?
You know, Gary gets so mad about it. I mean,
I know.
it's funny.
It was funny.
But he gets so defensive.
No,
about it.
it is
This guy's like, you making fun. It wasn't even that bad. I go, hey Gary, you're talking behind a guy's back, and suddenly he says, "I'm here." You don't think that's funny? Oh, you know, like you never did it.
It would have been funnier if you would have let it blow over and then done this. That
No,
would have been funny.
no.
But
No,
you're
it was funny
you're
just
making
the
me
way it
feel-
happened.
You're making me feel little in front of 3 people.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You should.
It was funny off the air, and it's funny now.
No, I think it's funny, but I mean, you do go out of your way to make you feel a little bit worse, make people feel a little bit
Dude,
worse.
you should feel worse. Look around the room before you start talking about somebody.
It's so funny, Robin. After Gary says it, Artie just stands up. I'm here.
Well, I didn't want him to say anything embarrassing. You know,
That's good of you, Artie.
yeah, I should have kept my head
So,
down.
in my embarrassment, I went like this. And I'm sitting there going, and Gary gets mad because I'm upset.
Then I try to move.
You're making it.
Then I try to move the conversation along because I'm embarrassed, and Howard just keeps making that face.
Well, I was looking at John. We couldn't believe it.
It is funny, Gary.
No, it is funny.
Come on, it happens. You gotta.
Hey, listen.
It was such a Baba Booey. Hey, now that Artie's out of the room.
No, he goes, where? I got to squeeze up me when Artie's not here.
Well, what did he say?
I got to squeeze up me when Artie's not here. Hold on a second.
Oh, forget it. If John's in here talking to you, man, if you notice, everyone holds themselves. They don't go to the bathroom.
Yeah, nobody
John is the king of, like, looking if the door's open. Like,
Yeah, you got to
Robin,
check out your room.
it was fun.
Yeah, it sounds like everybody had a real good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
How come everybody else it's called a mistake and with me it's called a Baba
No,
Booey?
other people do that. We goof on them.
No, but
Sure.
not a Baba
But that's a
Booey.
Baba Booey.
Because, even when you did the Baba Booey mistake, you argued that you were right for like 10 minutes. Until
Hey, then he starts doing me.
I still hold the
You
fact that I
never
am
did
right.
that. You never sit and talk about someone behind their back in front of them. I go, well, no. Name a time I did that. I look around the room and I check to see if somebody's there.
It's like before you tell a
We've
racial
never had
joke.
somebody stand up while you're...
Yeah, I never had anyone stand up and go, I'm here.
Well, I don't know what to do at that point. I said it's worse for Gary if I just make believe I'm not
But it was
here.
weird, too, because he goes, you got to hear this. Artie's roommate that he lived with in L.A. wants to come on the show. So... And talk
he's
about
a famous actor.
and talk about Artie, and I went.
I didn't say that
and
either.
then all of a sudden,
Artie stands
up. And meanwhile, the bit's ruined because Artie's going to call his own roommate and say, hey, "Shut your mouth."
What the hell are you talking
I don't talk to the kid anymore.
Gary, you'd make a horrible sniper. You get caught right away. I'm going to wait to make sure no one's looking, and then I'm going to shoot.
Okay, the cops on here now.
No cops, no witnesses.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. Hey, how you doing, Gary? Who you shooting at?
All I got to say to all of you is a good thing that everything that each one of you does in your everyday life never goes wrong and is perfect.
Hey, Gary, I was just watching you shoot 5 people. What were you doing? You saw that? Both? That's no big deal.
Did you look, Gary, let me ask you a question. Did you even look over to see if Artie
Of course
was
I did.
He was sitting right there.
No, Artie
That's
had
the funny thing
Artie
about
had his head down. I looked over and I didn't see anything. And Artie had his head down because he read the paper.
I'll tell you, my eyes are going because I got to put, I was looking at the football lines for next week, and I had my face right on the paper.
You really have to get that close to the paper?
Yeah, so you couldn't see me at all.
And were you like, Jesus, Gary's talking
As
about
soon
me.
as soon as I heard my name, and then I said, "Oh, he doesn't realize I'm in the room," and I said, "Okay, what's better for the guy? It's better if I let him know I'm here."
That was kind of you.
Yeah. So
Artie.
Artie's out of the room, but in the room.
While
you know
Artie's
what?
out of the in the room. All right, we got to
One
finish.
thing, that parade route's going right now.
All
buddy.
right, Robin, go ahead. He's right. Classic movie.
70s on 7 with the Walker Child. Let's count how many ways I love Friday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Salutations going out to Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey, to you, baby. Thanks for the kind words on the Howard Stern Show on Monday. You know I'm here to celebrate another day of living. Rare Earth on 7.
I just want to celebrate.
You know what song I like? My favorite right now? This one.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Boo, Baba Booey.
See, in this song, it's the men versus the women. There's a whole dance that goes with it. See, the guys are like, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Then the girls go, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Yeah.
You know,
the whole dance.
I can't believe you just did it for us.
I'm in shock.
Originally,
I'm out of breath.
What was that?
When you
Baba Booey, I want to teach you the dance.
When you talked a couple of weeks ago about doing Baba Palooza,
Yeah.
I thought it was a dumb idea, but I would like to see that done live on stage,
Yeah,
like the dance.
dancing and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe me, you, and Artie could put on outfits.
Girls and guys are arguing.
Bobby socks.
Baba Booey.
There's a whole lead up to it. The girls and guys are arguing about what's the grossest part of Baba Booey. One girl goes, his lips, and the other one goes, teeth. And the guy goes, no, he's overweight now. No, he smokes. And then all of a sudden they break into the song. It's a whole thing. You have to see it.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
See?
Baba Boo,
Picture the dance. Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Then the guys go, Baba Boo, Baba Booey.
Boo, Baba Baba Booey.
Baba 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 Booey.
Baba Baba Boo, Baba Baba.
The lyrics are easy.
No, they just changed. I think it just went to Mom. Is it going to Mama Monkey?
Yes.
I don't know,
The
is
second chorus, yes.
You know, Gary is the greatest sport in the world with this shit, but the one time I saw Gary get, red with anger and violent about it was earlier this year. We did an appearance for Sirius at the car show at the Javits Center.
It depends who's saying it.
I mean, there's a real long line to see us. It was a nice show up, and we're signing autographs. autographs, and then Richie from Sirius starts playing Baba Booey songs over the flat, so all the people online are, laughing.
Yeah, you know what? That did piss me off.
Listen to what?
Like shit like this. And Gary's getting mad.
Yeah, because he comes to me and he goes, "You know, I could take anything balls for."
Hold on.
I don't like this.
I agreed with Gary on that. I couldn't even sleep.
We're doing the show here, right? We're talking to millions of people as part of the show. At the car show, it's just some guy humiliating me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you see a difference?
No. I actually do. You don't mind if it's here, but it's at the car show.
I mean, a line of people, just laughing. And then, I see Gary getting madder.
Well, the thing was, I sort of gave Richie the, I didn't want the people online to see, but I sort of give him the eye,
yeah.
Don't do this. And he just stood there and, smiled.
Who Richie did this?
Richie, VIP installer Richie.
Yeah.
Oh, that Richie Balance?
Yeah.
Richie with the tan?
He was busting your balls?
I think he thought it was a good idea, like I would enjoy it.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey,
Baba Palooza. Imagine every band up on stage doing Baba Booey.
Nobody loves
Can I tell you the worst thing that ever happened to me involving all this Baba Booey stuff? The one time that I got genuinely mad, right after we did the New Year's Eve show. Remember, we said do the Baba Booey, the song,
Right.
And I think I wore a monkey outfit or whatever.
Yeah, you hated that.
No, I didn't mind that. I was up for that.
Bothered you.
No, that was funny and
What about
everything.
a Butt Bongo Fiesta when you had to be a monkey and then eat your own feces?
Didn't like it as much, but again, anything for the team, right?
Right.
But there's there's different things. So I got called by a sales guy up in Albany, and they do arena football. He wanted me to appear at this arena football game. We're going to do a big block party before, and I swore that you guys were behind this. He kept asking me, would I come with the monkey suit? And would I do the Baba Booey? So I'm like, okay, Howard, quit fucking around. He's like, no, really. And it went on. And then I met the guy, and he was for real, and he was like giving me shit like, God, I can't believe you won't put on the fucking monkey suit.
It's like you're a mascot.
Well, why don't you? How much was he paying?
Well, I was going to say, how much? Tell him to bring the fucking cash.
It's not like you have an act. Guy's like, you got to do something.
Ba 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 Booey ta 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 Booey Gary 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 Sa 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 Sleepy.
First of all, you can't tell I was snoring.
Monkey Gary Gary
Baba Boo, y'all. We taking it back, yo. He got that breath, yo.
Bowie 25 presents What Does Baba Booey Mean to Me?
Hey, this is Ralphie May. Baba Booey means to me a shared kinship of pranksters, and don't take yourself too fucking serious. If you're in on the joke, then you're fucking in on it. It's like the greatest inside joke of all time is Baba Booey. I mean, there's never been an inside joke on that level, that worldwide. I mean, you get Baba Booey's at the British Open, okay? You get Baba Booey's in fucking Dubai. I heard Baba Booey in Iraq and Afghanistan when I was there. That's what Baba Booey is. It's a shared fucking mindset of hey, I'm in on the joke. It's like it's all fucking funny. Who gives a fuck?
This is Bowie 25 on Howard 101. See how one Baba blunder changed Stern Show history.
I guess if you don't know who I am, I do look like a stalker.
Dummy. Like Gary Puppet wants to tell me something.
August Fool, Gary.
Shut up, you piece of wood.
Boffy.
I look back on my life and I look back on my resume, and here's my crowning achievement. Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Bowie 25 presents What Does Baba Booey Mean to Me?
Hey, this is Matthew Berry from ESPN. So what does Baba Booey mean to me? It means a lot, actually, and it's certainly made its way into the sports world. There's been some Baba Booeys on Sports Center. Certainly you hear it now at golf tournaments and golf coverage, people yelling out Baba Booey. It's sort of a cry of freedom, right? It's sort of this amazing moment when you hear it, and for me, it's kind of a secret code. When someone says Baba Booey, they're in the club. They're a Howard Stern fan. And you sort of speak the same language, and you can talk to them, and you can say, hey now, and you can say ack, and all the things. So for me, that's what Baba Booey is. It's kind of this unifying cry of all of us that are crazy Howard Stern fans that let us know, hey, you're one of us. It's okay.
This is Bowie 25 on Howard 101.
Mike, you're on the air in Greenville, South Carolina.
Hey, Howard, how are y'all doing this morning?
Hey, now.
Hey, I love all you guys. And Fred, please do some more Benji and Scott DePace impressions. They just crack me up down here in the South. It's got that good Southern drawl. just wanted to get your thoughts on the Super Bowl and Artie's thoughts also, since he's a big football
I'm not even
fan.
going to watch the Super Bowl. I've already decided.
Really?
You don't care?
I don't care, and it's like I haven't watched football all season, and I'm way into chess, so I'd rather play a game of chess if I have some free time.
You can't play chess and watch the football game.
No
You don't
way.
multitask like that?
I don't even let Beth in the room when I'm playing chess. It annoys
Really?
me, yeah, because I say, Beth, I can't concentrate when you're in the room. I got to have complete silence. I'm not that good. I got to really think. And there's a clock running when you play. You know, you only have a certain amount of time.
By the way, I was reading an article on Heath Ledger. He was a chess champion, like a really good chess player.
Yeah, he started young, and I believe he played on the ICC where I play.
Really?
Yeah,
You might have played him a game.
I doubt it. He was probably a lot higher rated than I
Yeah,
was.
I was surprised to read that.
Well, I'll tell you what I think. I'm rooting big time for the Steelers now, especially because the kid from Union. I got
Talking about Darnell Stapleton.
Yeah, I got a hometown. It'll be the second time someone from my hometown would get a Super Bowl ring. This guy Larry Cuban was on the '82 Redskins, and so I'm rooting for the Steelers. I think the Steelers should cover too, man. I mean, I think it's a touchdown, 6 or 7 points, and
I'm rooting for the Steelers too.
yeah.
But you're not going to watch, so
Yeah, I'm going to root for them psychically.
you won't be like all of America, Howard.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch it. How can I not watch the Super Bowl? I have to watch just so I can comment on the fucking
You got to
commercials.
see the halftime and the
Springsteen.
commercials.
The
Yeah, I'll watch
the
I'll
NFL
watch
really got dealt a blow by Phoenix getting in because they were 9-7.
And nobody cares about them.
You know, they won a division at 9-7, but still they're 9-7. They're an exciting team, but you know.
This is sort of a Cinderella story, though. They could make something out of it. Would have been worse.
Kurt
if it
Warner
were-
is an older guy trying to get another ring.
He might get his third Super Bowl. But I was going to say, Howard, I know you want to play chess, but you can't play chess all day and then at 6:22 watch. The
We'll
Super Bowl?
see. We'll see. Maybe I will watch.
Especially since your wife is so invested in it, you know, because she's such a
Yeah.
Pittsburgh fan.
She's invested in me.
If you told her you didn't want to watch Super Bowl, would she not watch it?
No, she'd watch it on her own.
It is. It's on so late, though.
That's the problem with the game.
I'm having a
It's
Super Bowl
ridiculous.
party, and I told everybody they have to leave after Bruce performs. I'm serious.
Yeah, well, then why
That's
would I
what
go?
it is with us.
But why would I go to your Super Bowl party
Well,
if I
'cause
have to
you're-
leave in the middle of the game?
Yeah, because it's just my neighbors that live across the street.
Oh, okay.
Like I didn't invite anybody from Fort
Yeah,
Worth.
Gary's got the home theater experience now, so he's like now
man
inviting
cave,
everyone
yeah.
over.
Yeah, like every minute.
Yeah.
I saw your man cave.
No, I got a theater.
How many seats are in the theater?
8 seats and 3 stools.
You got to sit on a stool for the Super Bowl?
No, you can do whatever you want.
There's a stool in the theater? Never heard of that.
It's 2 rows.
Yeah.
You know, it goes up, and then the back row there's like a bar, like a piece of granite, and there's stools. They're very comfortable stools. I
Why
sat
is there
in
a
them.
bar in a home theater?
It's not a bar. It's like a
A ledge?
yeah, like a
why
piece.
don't you put a couch or something on the back?
Because I built the one I wanted, not the one you want.
No, but isn't it more comfortable? Don't get
There's-
defensive.
no,
but
I'm saying there's
the
8
whole-
seats. That's what I wanted.
The whole excitement of a home theater is that you're in a comfortable chair.
Right, but you can also sit back there and you can have drinks and you can eat, and you know that's the experience that I wanted.
Wow, that's a fucked up experience, dude. That's
Well, because it's
douchey.
not yours.
No, it's
How
not
could
a
it be any
theater.
good?
It's
So
not
wait
a
a minute.
theater.
You have
of
a
course,
theater?
it's a fucking theater.
You want to eat? Go in your kitchen.
Right,
And
that's
then-
what you would do because you, God
Or
forbid,
eat in
anybody
the chair,
spill
or
a crumb.
like no, eat in the chair in a nice,
Howard,
comfortable
Howard,
couch.
Howard.
It's dumb.
Exactly.
It's goddamn stupid.
Why do you care what's in here?
Exactly.
Stupid.
No, because it's not what
stop
you
it.
think.
It's stupid.
Exactly.
Listen to this, Artie. He put a fucking slab of granite. This is so Baba Booey. He put stools and a slab of granite in his theater.
Yeah, it's unheard of.
Yeah,
You'll
it
never
is.
find another one like it.
Because no one would do that.
Of course
Even the
the
fucking
people would
theater
do
guy
it.
probably was like, look at this asshole.
Actually,
Actually, the theater guy thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
went to a movie theater where there
Yeah.
were stools and high chairs like in a bar.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. I wouldn't go there.
They serve food.
Well, then
If I had
fuck
to
you.
sit-
You're not invited.
If I had to sit in a stool, I wouldn't sit there.
Well, then you
Who
have
chooses
to
to
sit, at one
sit
of the
for
tables.
hours on a stool in a movie
First
theater?
of all, it's incredibly comfortable. The stools, they're not
Is there a
they're
back on them?
high back leather chairs. I sat in them for the other week, and they're very comfortable.
You sat instead of sitting in the comfortable chair. You
well,
sat
because I
in
had
the
a bunch
stool.
of people over. This is the whole thing. This is another one of
So you couldn't even get the good chair.
My wife is like, well, we invited people over. I'm like, fuck them. Let them sit in
Now
the
listen,
stool.
I'll tell you why I'm right and he's
All
wrong.
right, now you are right.
Yeah,
but it was
I'm gonna
fine.
have to
Gary
agree with
goes,
you then.
shit, I want to sit in my comfortable chair. And his wife goes, no, and rightly so. She goes, well, our guests should get the comfortable chair. You sit in the shitty chair.
Right.
But-
why should there be a shitty chair in
But
the
you didn't
fucking
ask me
theater?
at the end
Now
of the
you're
story.
making
You didn't ask the end of the
What's
story.
the end of the story?
It turned out it was very comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah,
But you
why?
weren't sure.
Now I know.
Yeah. All right, so from now on, in your theater, even when it's empty, I want you to sit in the stool.
Do you think people in the audience are annoyed that we're comparing our home theaters?
No, I'm not comparing any home. I'm saying you put in a home theater, and you put in stools. That's stupid.
But if I only put in
stools...
At first, I didn't think it was that big, but I would be bummed if I had the stool.
Absolutely.
But
now
especially for Super Bowl?
Howard says that he doesn't want to sit in the
you guys,
stool.
here's the guys. You're missing the point. You're all missing. Here's the point.
I guarantee you he rips out those stools and puts in a couch.
Here's the point.
Imagine a nice...
You want to just fucking talk?
You know when we go to screening rooms?
Yeah.
We were fortunate enough a couple of times to be asked by movie studios to see a movie ahead of time because they wanted us to, they were a sponsor or whatever.
Yeah, that Sony one where we saw the first Spider-Man.
So you go over to Sony, or even better, it was Paramount had one. We'd go in the building, and then you'd have these incredibly comfortable leather couches and chairs.
Great.
And you'd have
I have unbelievably comfortable leather chairs. Unbelievably comfortable.
Yeah.
But you can't sit in them.
That go all the way back.
But
of course I could sit in
Your
them.
neighbor's sitting
company, you can't.
It's
Super Bowl,
rare.
where are you going to be sitting?
It's rare.
You're going to be in a stool.
Everybody's going to be moving around, actually.
Okay.
Everybody's going to be moving around.
I wouldn't. I'd grab my good chair.
I also don't understand why you have a man cave. That's where you're supposed to watch Super Bowl. No, you're watching it in the theater.
Yeah, that would be dumb to watch it on a 130-inch screen, Robin. I agree.
No, I think it's great, but I just think the chair thing is
Well,
dumb.
everybody's got a fucking opinion.
I'd watch it in the theater. You play pool and you watch the game.
It's going to be on in every room. Watch it wherever the fuck you want, except for you. Don't come to my fucking house.
Gary, I'm just saying. I guarantee that in the future, you rip that out.
You're
and put
wrong.
on couching.
You're wrong.
Okay.
We love it. We've been there. We love it. We put some food up there. People go back and have
then
food.
you sit in that. You sit at that little marble.
I haven't.
table.
It's not, and it's fine.
But I don't want you sitting in the comfortable chairs anymore.
I could do it.
No.
Because
from now
you
on,
put
sit in the
stools
stool.
It's a rarity that it's full.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So you're sitting in the stools for Super Bowl.
I don't know where. I'm throwing a party, so I'll be moving all around. I'll
How
be in
many
the man
chairs
cave.
are there?
8.
8. Okay.
There's 8 chairs, but he could have 12 chairs.
Yeah.
Instead, he put in
I don't know that I actually
a fucking place for him to eat.
I actually don't know that we could have.
You know
fit.
what? I'm looking at you.
Nobody listen. I don't know that we could have fit it all the way back there.
Another place to eat is not necessary.
Yeah. I mean, how many places does he need to feed?
Well, it's not all about me, believe it or not. Sometimes you want to entertain people.
Judging by the size of you, it's about you. Food is getting very important in your life.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about watching the game in luxury. Have any of you guys in the studio ever been to an actual Super Bowl?
Artie has.
Artie went to the Super Bowl.
And it is I'll tell you, I think Howard's in agreement with me here.
It sounds like a nightmare.
I went to Miami. I was younger. I bet on the game. I was in Miami, South Beach all week going to parties. That was a blast. I went to the game. I had decent seats, but when I got back, I said, fuck it, I'm never doing this again. I'd rather watch it on TV. I went once.
The idea, first of all, for someone in New York to get on a plane. First of all, getting on a plane now is such shit. The airlines are barely ever on time. Yeah. You get there, you stand around and wait through delays. By the time you get down to the goddamn Super Bowl, you check into a hotel, and the hotels are so noisy because every maniac has to scream during the Super Bowl and like even gets revved up.
Yeah, and the whole idea that everybody has to be having a good time, so everybody's going to be drunk and crazy.
And then chances are, it's like the American Idol people. It's all American Idol people who stand online all day. They're out there, and then you get to then you get to the hotel. People are screaming.
Yeah.
You can't get a good night's sleep.
You
finally get to the game and you can't see anything anyway.
I agree with you. It was one of those things in my life where timing could not have been more perfect. It was January of '99. I had just finished shooting a movie in L.A., a lot of work, and I had just gotten paid. And the producers said, look, we got tickets to the game and we can get your room at the Delano and a spot by the pool. So instead of flying right to New York, I made a pit stop in Miami and stayed for a week and went to the game. And it was Falcons, Broncos. I could care less about it, but I got to a Super Bowl. And even though it was convenient in my life work-wise because I had some time off coming up, I still was like, when I was sitting there, I'd rather be at home while I was sitting at the game. Besides the first kickoff, there's a lot of excitement. I would rather watch it at home.
And you had the best possible way of going.
I got everything. I got everything for free.
Yeah,
that's the ridiculous part of it. I mean, it's the ticket prices. I've always wanted to go to the Super Bowl, but after talking to Artie, it doesn't sound like it's that great of an experience.
No.
Hey, can I tell you something that's going on when you talk about how bad the airlines are these days?
Yeah.
They have started, Howard, to charge for everything. Yeah. Every little thing now they charge for.
Even for luggage if you check luggage in.
Some places charge for the second bag. Some places started charging for the first bag. But I fly JetBlue all the time. I just it's quick and easy to Las Vegas and everything. I like to sit in the first 8 rows because I want to get off the plane as quick as I can.
Right.
$20 extra to sit in the first 8 rows.
Wow.
Just, they just charge you extra. Then I wanted
You're talking about a regular coach.
Yeah, well, it's all
all
coach.
coach in JetBlue.
Emergency row, a little bit more legroom, $20. They just charge. They keep charging you for like seats.
Any little thing. Yeah.
Every little thing.
Well, they're losing
Yeah.
money, I guess. You know.
I know, because I would always ask for the bulkhead.
Right, and that'll cost you money.
That'll cost you $20 extra now. People were telling me that I went out to the Consumer Electronics Show and they said that some airlines they flew, each bag was $25.
Right.
So you buy the ticket, then it's $50 to bring your bags on.
Well, in a way, maybe it's like everything else. It's just everything's going to hell in a handbasket.
The airlines have been going to hell for years, apparently.
They've been in trouble since 9/11.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to figure out how to make an extra buck. Crazy. All right, hey Matt. Hey, what's happening in Philadelphia?
Yo, Howard.
Hey, Matt.
Did you miss a couple of your therapy sessions, or
No, I was
have you
in
not been
therapy.
meditating lately?
I was in therapy yesterday, and I meditated this morning.
But why is he asking?
All over Gary. There's nothing wrong with Gary's setup.
Yeah,
Give him
it's
a
just-
break. I'm all about. I love when you rip on Gary, but man, you're like violently angry at him. For
I'm not
his,
angry. It's just he always does things wrong.
Well, when Howard explained, said that, I was on your side. But then when Gary said he was upset in his own home because he couldn't sit in one of the comfortable seats, I was like, well, then Howard's right.
Yeah, you see, Matt, I know what you're saying, but Gary won't be honest about it. But you have to really listen carefully to
I am
Gary.
honest about it. I designed it and I enjoy it.
You have to really listen. Of course you designed it, but you did the wrong thing. You have to really listen to Gary, and Robin hit it on the head. As soon as I start, sort of tweaking him,
Yeah, probing him.
he goes, yeah, and the other day, we had a lot of people over, and Mary said I had to be a gentleman and take the back seats. And I was upset. Now,
actually, you said, fuck them. Let them sit in the uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so Matt, am I really wrong? I mean, okay.
What happened, Howard? What happened? What's the end
You
of
said the
story?
seat wasn't so bad, but
Right, the seat was actually very comfortable.
But
you
you would-
still don't prefer it.
you still are gonna. I know when the theater's empty, you're gonna sit in the good seats. I know it, Gary, and admit it.
So what's wrong? I don't understand your point. What's wrong with that? It's.
My point is that you should have put in 12 great seats.
Stop talking. 98% of the time, I'll sit in the seat that I like, and 2%
Why
of the
should
time,
you be 100% of the time?
Why should there be any seats you don't like in your theater?
you know what? It turns out I don't not like any of them.
No, I guarantee you, as soon as you go in there and it's empty, you're going to sit in the good seat. Make
You're
every
never
seat
going to
good.
watch a whole movie on the stool when you're alone.
Admit it, you fucked it up.
You're never going to watch any part of the movie on a stool when you're alone.
I'm not admitting that. I like what I have.
No, you don't.
He's going to like it now just to spite us.
No, he's going to change it.
Robin, I'm long past fighting you.
And I like that Gary, the guy who paid for the theater, has to give up his good seat.
Right.
Probably the kids get the good seats. The kids aren't comfortable in those horrible stools back there, Gary. Do you mind sitting on the horrible stool?
I have a very similar setup, but I guess it's kind of like an onion. As you peel the top couple layers off here and get deeper into the story, it does seem like it's yet another example of Gary getting kind of shut out in the cold. And
Yeah. I mean, think about it. It's hysterical.
The setup in and of itself is kind of neat. I like it because I have a bar, plus I have a little theater going. But yeah, I've never been shut out or.
Right.
Yeah, you've never had to give up your comfortable seat.
Right. And you know what? Put the bar outside the theater.
Listen to him laugh.
Matt, if I had a home theater like Gary, what I would do is I'd put a little bar outside. That's where you'd want to drink and eat. And then I'd for a movie. You mean Gary can get through a movie for 2 hours without having a full meal at his table? I mean, what the fuck is that? You know what? Go upstairs and eat a meal.
Listen, a real comfortable chair. You could take something.
Yeah,
to
you
eat.
could take a drink
And
and
you
a
have a
popcorn.
little, as Howard said, a little kitchenette kind of thing right outside the theater where you have your stuff so you don't have to go upstairs or
No,
something.
Gary needs
to
a
get
big
it.
counter so he can eat. God knows what he's eating down
He
there.
needs, he needs to lean over the food.
More antipasti. More antipasto. I'm going to put a whole kitchen in my theater. I mean, it's not a theater. It's a fucking kitchen he's got in there. I'm telling you.
see Lisa G. lingering outside his office waiting for a comment.
Right. It's the craziest theater I ever heard of. Yeah, Wolf, I got 3 nice uncomfortable chairs, which Mary makes me sit in when the company comes. But Gary, you could have had a nice comfortable chair for yourself. Oh, it's not that bad. And plus, I got a big counter so I can eat. I go,
Yeah, what are you eating?
what are you eating? It's a 2-hour film. At the most. What is he eating in there?
Yeah, you gotta have a
Dude,
meal.
you know what?
What do you eat in there?
Laughing to even to, I don't eat in there. It's for events just like the Super Bowl party, in the sense that people might want to bring food down and drinks and sit down in there, and they don't want to eat on their lap. And that's exactly what it's for. And you know what? I stand behind it.
All right. Well, you will be standing.
You'll stand right at the
He'll be at that counter.
at the counter. You probably won't even get a stool that day.
Maybe you can make a couch out of the counter. Put nice some pillows on there.
Again, I bet they're really comfortable stools, but I mean,
Right.
if you really got me full of truth serum, if I had the stool, I'd be disappointed.
Right. Imagine you go over to Gary's house now. Let's say he has 12 guys over to watch the game.
Right.
3 of you got to sit, at least 4 of you got to sit in stools.
Well, now you're sitting there thinking, I got to get downstairs and get a chair.
Yeah, like everybody's making a mad rush to the theater.
I got a better idea. Don't come.
No, but do you realize what you set up down there? It's like everyone's like, oh, shit, I'm in a stool. Like, let's say Artie's there, and Artie's like, oh, fuck. Every other person's sitting on a nice, comfortable couch chair, and I'm in a stool.
Damn, I was late and I got a stool.
And
Why
when
would
you
you
look
set
like
that up?
when you're shaped like me nowadays, that ain't no fun.
Yeah, then all of a sudden Gary's in the awkward thing, like, Artie, wait, let me go talk to my neighbor. Maybe I can get him out of that chair, and you can switch chairs. I mean, it's like a nightmare when
I
you
wouldn't
go.
invite you assholes anywhere near my neighbors.
now Gary's an usher.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Let me go see if I can't arrange for you to get a more comfortable chair, Artie, because of your large size.
$20, you can sit on the couch.
Excuse me, my
Nightmare.
coworker is obese.
Yeah. Would you mind? Artie is more important in my life than you. And would you mind sitting in the shitty stool?
Artie's
And don't
having-
worry, you'll be closer to the big food over there.
Artie's having trouble breathing.
He knows I'm right too, and it's
Oh,
killing
yeah.
him.
He's not going to admit it, though.
No, you just rip it out and just admit it, just once.
You can't believe the pain I'm feeling, how it's
Yeah,
killing
of course.
He ain't ripping that out. No way.
Oh, no.
Oh, excuse me. You can sit here until Artie arrives, and then when Artie comes, you're gonna have to move to the stools. But don't worry, you'll be closer to all the food.
Artie probably
now-
won't stay all night anyway, and you can have the couch back.
Now he's got to put up a reserve section for people he really needs to have the stools.
We talk every day. We talk about when there's no guests on the schedule, where will the wheel land?
Yeah. And it landed on you.
Landed on your stool.
Last night, I'm looking at the schedule. I go, no people, God Almighty, who's getting stuff?
Let's take a poll, okay? Who agrees with me? I really want everyone to be honest. And, you know, I really do. Artie, you said now that you thought
I'm
about it.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Don't you think you should have at least see it? Before
No,
you
told us you told us that the chair. That's right. That's number one, and number two, you told us that the chair was somewhat lesser than the couch chairs. You said
somewhat lesser.
Okay, fine. Why should you have somewhat lesser, Artie? Do you agree with me on any level?
Listen to me. And I'm going to be dead honest with you. At first, when you were giving Gary shit, I was like, you're being harsh on him. But when Gary said 3 stools, my mind went to, that sounds awful.
Right.
To sit on a stool to watch a movie or a game.
All right.
I mean, I'm
That's
being dead
one.
honest with you.
That's one vote.
I would be disappointed in the stool,
Thank
so
you.
I'd say I have to agree with you.
All right, so that's one vote.
Gary admitted he would be disappointed in the stool.
All right, Robin,
Yes.
I want you to be honest.
All right.
What do you think?
Gary convinced me that you were right.
Okay.
When he said, I was upset because the neighbors were coming and I had to sit on a stool.
Fine. Fred.
That is a very compelling argument. I'm going with Robin on that.
All right. Is there anyone, Benji or anyone, who wants to step forward and defend Gary's decision? No one ever heard of it.
You don't. I didn't even hear a
I don't see
footstep.
anybody stepping forward.
I didn't hear one
Benji's
footstep.
right here. He's
You
not
closed the
piping
voting
up.
before you can even have
I don't
any.
know who else would step. Okay,
course.
let's wait.
Well, I did want to say.
Yeah.
Even if it offends me.
For Howard's argument, could you have the bar and still have comfortable chairs?
I do have a bar and comfortable chairs.
Could
That's the whole point.
you have more comfortable?
No, I didn't
chairs?
have enough room to do everything.
No, you can't do everything. You got to make a decision. First of all, there's no home theater. I bet you his is the only home theater in the country that has that.
I don't think I've
Then
ever
to
seen...
have both, I would agree with Gary.
What?
No.
I think it's worth having the bar in the room.
Okay.
I mean, you have
You're
to see
such
the
a
you have to see the
douchebag, Benji.
setup.
You're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, because he doesn't
I'm
agree
so
with you.
tired of you.
Because he doesn't agree with you. But you hate anybody that doesn't agree with
he
you.
wants to be different. He knows I'm right.
He had a genuine opinion.
No,
he's a douchebag.
Benji, which chair do you want to sit in when you go to
I wouldn't include him whether he agreed with you or me.
But
I
it's
just
just
don't include him in
it's
anything.
because he didn't agree with you. He's a horrible human being.
Even his analysis is dumb.
Benji, where do you want to sit in the theater?
I want to sit at the bar. Go ahead, Benji. Say it, you
if
retard.
I'm eating,
No. Where do you want to sit to watch a movie?
Definitely a comfortable chair.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay, good. That's what's done in the theater. You watch movies. You don't eat. You can eat in your chair and have a little popcorn.
There's 100 places to eat in a house.
Yeah, the idea is to sit in this really amazing, comfortable chair. Benji, you're not even agreeing with yourself. Get the fuck out of here for once, asshole.
How
You're
often
such
do
an
you-
asshole? Yeah, I would like to sit in a comfortable chair, but I agree with Gary. It's just everything's dumb.
It's
I mean,
contrary.
It's just yeah, it's contrary.
He's
I knew it.
He's Mr. Contrary.
I knew he'd have to find a way to be
Right.
contrary.
He's the contrarian.
He's got to be the one who steps out.
You'd be so much more interesting if you gave a real opinion.
That
Your
is-
your
Oh,
mic's
shut up.
off. Shut the fuck up. I hate you.
I'm a
I don't like you.
I'm a
I don't
libertarian.
like you, Benji.
Fine. You don't
I
like
respect
me.
you
I'm a
for your talent, but I don't.
I'm a libertarian.
Yeah, he's a libertarian.
No, you're an
And then he
asshole.
can't give his age.
I'm
I mean,
a
it's just like-
vegetarian. What's your fucking problem?
my fucking problem is you.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
You had the
You're
same,
my
you had
problem.
these kind of problems before I was around.
No.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Why
my
are you so
God.
upset?
I mean, really, what is your problem, dude?
You know what? I get along very well with people.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
How many friends do you have?
I have lots of
Aren't you-
friends.
Yeah,
let's,
sure you do.
let's compare our MySpace page, man. Come on.
Well, you got me there.
I do, Howard. I have lots of friends. lots
MySpace,
of
you got
close
me.
friends.
You definitely have more people in your MySpace
But it's not
page.
just me. You have.
You have a MySpace page because you
I
have
don't
no
have
friends.
a MySpace page.
Yeah.
But why do you let everything bother you so much?
You bother me. And
What?
Gary's decision bothers me. It bothers me when people don't think.
I don't.
Gary built a theater where when he has more than 8 people, his wife goes, you'll have to take the shitty seat.
And I think the decision was it's worth having.
All right,
a
good.
bar
All
in
right,
the
I'm
room.
glad what you think. It's worth having a bar in a theater. You're so fucking retarded. That's a retarded thought. I saw that picture of Gary skiing on his Christmas card.
Oh, yeah?
He's like wearing a ski helmet. It looks like one of those helmets those kids wear. who
Like
are-
the people who bang their heads.
Who bang
So they
their
don't-
head
so
into
they
the
don't
wall.
crack
Yeah.
their skulls open. Everybody wears a helmet now.
I know, it's just funny.
Every kid has to wear one of those goofy
They wear
helmets.
helmets skiing
Yeah.
now? My goodness.
Even driving a bike.
Since Sonny Bono, I think, skied into a tree, you got to wear a helmet.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous.
All right,
And Kennedy, didn't the Kennedy kid go out for a pass and hit a tree?
Yeah, because they were bored with skiing. The Kennedys, they need to play football on skis. I'll ever take a pass. Oh,
I'm doing a down and out.
ouch. A down and out. I mean, you're bored when you got to invent football on skis.
Oh, you're
like it's not hard enough to ski.
And you're flying,
Yeah.
even when you can't fly.
We Kennedys love danger.
You're getting it.
Let's see. I'm drunk. It's dark. I can't. I don't know where the roads are. I think there's a bridge here with no sides on it.
We're
love danger.
We're into extreme sports.
We're into secretary drowning.
What an adrenaline rush.
Wow, I really went for it.
She didn't.
What was that phrase Artie used? Down and out. She went down and she was out.
She was no Kennedy.
My car is like Gary's home theater. Mary Jo got the Mary Kopechnik got the bad chair. I had the good chair.
Unlike Gary, he doesn't give up the good chair for guests.
I keep the good chair. I would tell my wife, I'm keeping the good chair. If I ever come to your home theater, I want the good chair. I'm just putting in my dibs now, and I don't care who's there.
Hold your breath.
And your wife's right. I get the good chair.
Of course you do. You're Howard Stern.
And Gary gets the bad chair. Just like Mary Kopechnik got. I don't want to get stuck with the bad chair, Gary.
I guess the rest of us will have to run.
Let's see. Robin, how would it work? Let's say me, you, Gary, Mary, Artie, Fred, Benji, J.D., Sal, and Richard.
It's already too many people.
No, that's 12, I believe. I think I'm right, but I might have lost count.
Well,
first of all-
definitely J.D., Sal, and Richard have to take stool.
No. First of all,
don't you think Gary should have to take this?
Robin watches everything from the man cave because that's clearly the place to be. The theater's
No, I
stupid.
said you do Super Bowl in the man cave.
Right.
No, but aside from Robin's comment, does Robin get a good chair?
Listen, my guests will always get a good chair.
But then you got to choose a couple of guests to sit in the bad chair.
Yeah, who's sitting on a stool?
Yeah.
Well, right now I only have 3 stools, so that's Mary and I, and I'd say
You going to
Sal.
put your wife in the bad chair?
It's her idea. I'm telling you, she's the one. She tells me we're having this party. We were watching Slumdog Millionaire, right?
Right.
Right. Some of the neighbors over. She tells me.
Hey, can you give me a copy of that for my parents?
Yeah.
My
if I
mom and dad want to see it.
I think I have a copy
All
of
right.
it.
And they're old; they can't get to the theater.
So she tells me in advance we invited 3 couples, so that's 8 people. And then at the last minute we invited another couple. So I'm like getting ready to go down. Mary says, we'll sit in the stools, and I was like, why? And she's like, because we're
you're the host. Right? She's right.
Oh, so Mary and Gary are taking 2 of the stools. Who gets
That's right.
the 3rd stool?
Yeah. Sal.
All
right.
Because I need to keep an eye on him.
First of all, Howard's leaving early, so I'm taking his chair.
But you see, I would feel so guilty. I'd say to Mary, "I'll sit in this stool. You can have the good chair." And there's
See, right
the rub.
away
But I don't have the
now,
choice.
Your guests are taking
I'm
stools.
going to give up my chair for Mary.
I see.
Uh-oh. Baba Booey's going to sneeze.
It went away.
Just made the strangest
It's
face.
I thought he was having a spell.
I got a tickle running around in there.
I thought you were having a seizure.
Yeah, I know.
Really? Do we need to call someone?
Yeah.
See, 7:30, so it's an hour 20 on Gary, 10 on Benji. Time to break.
Don't worry, I'll come back and do some more on you. I'm obsessed with your home theater. I can't tell you how freaked out I am.
By the way, I just want to say I'm going to plug something. It's going to be featured in Sound and Vision magazine. They're doing
Your
a big
home
piece
theater?
on it. Yeah.
I'm going to be getting a copy of that.
You will be.
Does it show the stools and the
Oh,
bar?
it had the photographs have been taken, but it'll show everything.
Okay.
Hey, Gary, what is that gadget Gary thing you do? That's not you gotta be on the news doing like suggesting gadgets.
Yeah, I'm going on Howard. I'm going on CW11, and I'm going to be the gadget guy. I'm going to be showing cool new gadgets.
that's cool.
Yeah, you're into all that.
Yeah.
He's a dumb monkey on the Howard Stern show. He got a theater for the Super Bowl and fucks it all up by putting in stupid stools. He got the wrong chair, he don't care cause he's a fucking fool.
There you go.
Oh, my goodness. They rushed right in.
They rushed that right
Good
in.
for Sal. He's 1 for January.
That's Sal's career.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to Bowie 25 on Howard 101.
I had a little tape of Don't Call Me Baba Booey, but yeah, I don't know what happened. I had it on a little 10-second tape.
Yeah, because I wanted to hear that.
No, I got the whole song, though, here.
Tell about my breath or my body. I smell. Shot my image straight to hell.
This is some listener made this. His lyrics aren't so good, but the chorus is funny. The
Yeah,
Baba-
I was going to say.
Yeah, it's real bad. That's why I never really played it for you. Just
I see.
I don't smell so much humiliation from now on. Please don't call me Baba Booey.
that's the good part.
That's a good one.
So I had that put on tape, but now I
Yes.
can't find it.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
I work hard. I do a good job. I hear your crap each day. My breath is fine. My teeth are perfect. Because of all the things you say. Women won't come near me. I can't get laid. I'm asking you sincerely from now on. Please don't call me Baba Booey.
That's funny.
Kind of builds on you.
Yeah.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Oh, that's so cute.
Second verse is pretty good.
Yeah.
A little weak on the first. How do you feel having your own song?
I feel great.
Mama Booey.
It sums up everything I feel.
That's why I like the second verse. It's just like you.
Freddie, can't you make a Baba Booey song? One that we can play all the way through?
One you can play better than that?
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
You're sort of paid to do that kind of stuff. And,
How dare you let the listeners come up with
yeah,
that
I mean,
first?
yeah. Why didn't you ever work? How come you never come up with any new song parodies? On your own, I mean.
How come I never come up with them?
Yeah.
every time we do, we never usually play them.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I've done.
What song parody haven't I played?
What song parody haven't you played? I could probably find a few.
All right, go ahead. Go find a few.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, let me hear what I haven't played. If I
You
didn't
go
play.
find them.
I will.
Rocky Baboon.
There you go.
Oh, Racky Baboon, we all agreed was not good. I mean, you know, it's not like I agreed that it was good or something and just didn't play it. It was weak. It was a funny idea, Iraqi Baboon, but that was about it. It's sort of like, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, P.U., Baba Booey, P.U. Na-na, you smell, you know what I mean? Baba Booey. And then you could do a verse about how funny it is that you buy all that cartoon art. Don't make fun of my cartoons.
Where's the funny part?
Well, oh, you don't find that funny, huh?
No.
Oh, boy.
Well, we can make fun of your cartoon art. Baba Booey.
And now, David Letterman.
We have top 10 surprises in the Osama bin Laden audio tape. Here we go. Number 6. It's just an infomercial for his new lean, mean goat grilling machine. Number 5, complains Grey's Anatomy has totally jumped the shark. Number 4, he's interrupted 3 times by the blind sheik yelling, Baba Booey!
Celebrating the 25th anniversary of Baba Booey. This is Booey 25 on Howard 101. See how one little mistake changed sports history.
How about Gary Delabate, pop, flop, flop, flunky?
I hope they Baba booed him out of the park.
I hadn't thrown a baseball in a long time.
You didn't pull a Baba Booey?
No.
Just a bit outside. About as good as Baba Booey's first pitch the other day.
He reminds me of a young Fernando Valerie Bertinelli.
It's Baba Booey.
This is Booey 25, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the name that became a movement.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
And Baba Booey P.O. All weekend long on Howard 101.
Baba Booey, Baba Baba Booey, Baba Baba Booey, Tata Tuhi, Baba Booey, Fa Fooey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, horse to jackass.
Yeah. I got slammed in the email about Gary's screening room.
Oh, really?
Howard, you narrow-minded dipshit. Gary's right. Any idea that isn't yours is automatically wrong. You have no effing idea what Gary's home theater looks like. Oh, no, I just saw it in a picture. I was absolutely right. He's got 8 beautiful, fantastic
yeah, those
chairs.
chairs look really comfortable.
Like, I would definitely sink into one of those leather chairs and watch a movie. And if I had to sit on one of the stools, I'd be pissed. Because I'm there to relax in somebody's home theater.
You wouldn't be watching the movie. You'd be glaring at the people in the comfortable chairs.
Here's another one. Howard is so neurotic. To critique Gary for how his theater is set up is completely ridiculous. Well, you know what? Then the whole show's ridiculous. Because it's just, I hear something like that, and I go, well, you mean you have... It bothers Gary. Forget about me. Gary goes, yeah, well, the other day, Mary said I had to sit in one of the stools because we had company. And it's like, well... Like Robin pointed out, it bothered Gary. Howard knows nothing about gathering and watching sporting events at a house party. Gary is absolutely right in that during a sports game, some people want to snack, and eating out of your lap is a pain in the butt as well as an accident waiting to happen. The theater is not just for watching movies, and even if it were, what's the difference if there's an eating area with some nice bar stools? Get a fucking life. Look at the stupid bar area. It's not even a bar. There's not even booze or anything. All it is just a slab of marble.
You put the booze out when there's a party, dickhead.
Yeah, good. And so when you have a party, go sit in one of your shitty chairs. How about everyone goes to a bar, has their drinks with them, and just sits there with their coaster?
And if there was booze out there, you go, look at that asshole. He puts fucking booze out in a home theater. He's an asshole.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You have a whole house for booze.
He has a man cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not where people want to watch the Super Bowl on the big screen.
No, so do you make a drink and then you bring it into the theater?
I would feel
it's not worth giving up 4 chairs.
Here's a crazy idea. While the game is on, in order not to miss a moment, you just go in the back and make a drink and watch the game.
Here's a crazy idea. Just,
just make your drinks in the other room during the commercial, and then sit down in a comfortable chair.
Okay, here's an idea. Nobody wants to miss the commercials during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, okay, all right, Gary. That's why you're going to be sitting in a shitty chair.
He designed this just for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But Gary, meanwhile, guess what? You're not going to be sitting in a nice chair. You're going to sit in your shitty chair by the bar.
Yeah.
I designed this room to have fun, a concept that's foreign to you.
Gary trying to pack 20 different things into one room.
Could you guys go back to the here's an idea thing? Because that was really working.
Here's an idea. No, here's an idea. No, here's an idea, boy.
You know what, Gary, I hate to give you some more shit, but I would feel like the bartender in one of those stools.
Yeah.
I mean, because if the booze is all out, first of all, it's tough to see over the booze.
Yeah, how could you see the screen?
And what's that shitty white...
You guys are fucking retarded.
What's that shitty white square on the wall there?
That's a light.
Is that
looks like
Wait a minute. No, that's
No.
a panel. Is that a speaker?
Oh, no, that's a speaker.
That's a speaker.
Why don't they cover that?
It is going to get covered. It's not completely done yet. It's going to be covered in acoustic panels. Oh, I'm sorry. I used it before it's completely finished.
And why is that socket all the way up on the bar, sticking out over the chair?
What are you talking about?
The light socket.
The socket.
It's a socket over your bar.
The electrical socket.
What the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that
Why
socket.
is that there?
Yeah, so you can plug your head into it. Like, why would you put a socket there?
Shouldn't they be on the other side?
Of course.
Yeah, where
Hide the
you
socket.
couldn't see it.
On the
He's got
side
a socket
where
in the middle of
chairs
the.
are.
He's got in the middle of the bar, right behind somebody's head, is a big light socket.
Because if the idea, if you're using it for a blender or some sort of thing like
Put
that,
it on the other side.
Put it on the other side. Otherwise, that cord is going to be hanging over the bar and maybe even sticking out in the back of somebody's head.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Gary, really way to go.
You know what, man? I'm going to close it up. It's all wrong.
Admit that you've got two. He's got two sockets. Look, there's one and there's another one.
There's probably three.
Gary, why in God's name would you bring in a picture of this?
Why would you put the sockets over there?
Oh my
Why would you buy $800 bottle of wine?
No, but why, Gary? If you're trying to design something, why aren't they under that slab of granite on the other side?
Yeah, leave him alone. He's happy.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, the room is gorgeous. It looks great, but you know.
Here's another one. Baba Boohai is correct. You need multiple seating. Look, everyone's agreeing with Gary that I'm nuts, but okay, whatever. He knows
You need
I'm
multiple seating when you watch a movie?
Yeah. Wow, Howard's being such an asshole this morning. What the fuck? You know what shithead he is? Just because you don't like something doesn't mean it isn't good for someone else. I didn't say it's not good for him. It's just he didn't think it through.
Well, what's the difference, Howard? What's the difference? What you just said, really, think
I'm just saying, your room isn't designed properly.
And obviously, you think it's not good for me.
It isn't good for you, but you're happy. You're dopey.
If it's not good for you, why is it not good for me?
Listen, Wendy the retard's happy just, counting to 5. But it's not great for her.
Actually, it is great for her.
No, it's not. It's like she wants a full life.
Yeah, she can't get anywhere.
Because you're retarded and you love your theater. It doesn't mean it's good for you. Now, get out of here.
Honestly, it really, as a guy who used to work construction, that aggravates me that's where the socket is.
Yeah, it is. It's really crazy, those sockets.
No, that's for the little TV. Instead of watching the big screen, I like to watch from the bar the little TV.
Yeah, you should. You know what? That's a serious thing. You should really ask why the fuck they put that there.
Gary, seriously.
You know what? I'm going to ask him right away. You know what? I didn't even notice that you guys pointed out. I don't know. Again, the guy put it there. I think there was a reason, and I don't know
what it is.
What's he going to plug in there?
I genuinely don't fucking care why it's there, Artie.
Hey,
Okay,
Gary,
all right.
Gary.
All right.
When you build to code, you have to put sockets in, you have to put a certain amount of sockets every couple of feet.
Right.
But he could have put them down on the floor or put them behind the bar. Why? They're just, it's ridiculous. You got to admit I'm right about that.
You know what? I didn't even notice it until you brought it up. And
you didn't notice there were 3 big sockets?
Hold on. You're probably right that they shouldn't be there. Again, I'm not sure why they're there. I'd have to call the guy and ask him. But it doesn't bother me. And you're the first person that noticed it of the 50 people who've already been through there.
Everybody notices it. They don't want to bum you out.
Well, Gary, when you do plug in a blender and the cord is going over the granite.
Well, it's not. There's plugs on the other side as well. So I'm not sure why they're there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I know.
Maybe it's
That's
not a
crazy.
socket. Maybe it's not a socket. It could be something else.
No, it's a socket.
I'm wondering what it is.
I got to look. I don't even know. It may not be a socket.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a design. It's designed to look like a socket. It's an element.
It's a fake socket.
It's a socket. It's 3 big sockets behind your head.
Also, if a kid is playing around on that back road,
Just stick your fingers in there and they get shot.
Right.
Oops.
But the other thing is he's acting as if nobody's ever going to take a drink or something to eat to one of those big chairs. They're all going to do that.
Right.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that fuck, I don't know what I'm saying to you cunts.
We're all
That encompasses all of you. Not
It just bothers me that my producer makes poor decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of the poorest was working for you.
What is it, Ralph?
I'm wondering about the marble. Isn't the marble kind of weird too? To like have all that wood and then all of a sudden like have a big slab of marble back there.
Well, what you're talking about is that the wood is too light. It should be dark.
The mustard-colored walls are kind of like weird, right?
It's a nice theater. It's just the only problem I have with it is those. He's got those bar stools that nobody wants to sit in while they watch a home theater.
Those chairs look amazing.
Yeah, aren't they great?
They look super comfortable. Those
Yeah.
two horrible things in the background.
Right. He blew it. And you know what, though? That's easily fixable. They can rip out that dumb bar that's never going to be used, really.
And put in more chairs.
And put in just another row of chairs or a beautiful leather couch to match those
Yeah.
chairs.
He won't do it.
I can't do it, Bull.
Yeah,
I can't. I don't want to be wrong.
Could you bring in some pictures at other angles so Howard could look it over?
That theater would be perfect if it had another couch in the back. Oh, how nice would that be?
Oh, wait. You know, Gary's got pictures of his entire house and his floor plan up on this website.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, why did he do that?
He must be getting paid.
There's pictures of him building the house and him standing around the house while it's being built.
Yeah, they're all pictures inside the house, Ralph.
Yeah, but why would you do that? Why would you let, like, somebody... You put your floor plan up on this website.
Yeah.
Are you getting paid for that?
That's an article that's like 2 or 3 years old, but I'm not going to explain to Ralph why I do what I do.
Why did you do it?
Explain to Howard.
I don't want to.
So you did it?
Because you know why, Ralph? That would gratify you.
But Gary, I got a feeling you did it for no particular reason.
It's not no particular reason.
You're proud, I guess?
No, I don't want to talk about it. I'll talk to you about it off the
What,
air.
does it increase the value of the house?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Dude,
my house is in a magazine, so therefore it's worth a lot more money.
Oh, it has nothing to do with that.
Oh, wait, I gotta find the...
You know there's no good explanation for why he put his whole fucking house in a magazine.
The explanation's probably as good as why there's stools back there.
Well, then it's got to be funny.
It's not funny.
The stools don't bother me, but I don't want to have to sit on them. Mary made me.
There's snapshots of his whole house.
Really? I got to look at that.
And then, like, Gary,
Howard, you did look at it. It was the original magazine article from like 2 years ago.
What was the reason, though, for doing it? You got paid, right?
I didn't get paid for it. But you know what? The reason I did was I got a lot of the stuff that was used at a reduced price because they knew it was going to be in the magazine.
Oh, in other words, it's like a designer's showcase.
Yeah, I guess in a way, like people...
So you got paid?
I guess, yeah, I didn't get money, but I did benefit from it.
Gary and McCabe in the great room. Hello.
Gary doesn't understand, like, getting cheaper furniture is the same as getting money.
Yeah.
But you're saying I didn't get... But there's a big difference between I benefited from it, but I didn't get written a check. When you say you got paid, it's like...
It's the same thing.
It's not, because people will think that somebody handed me money, which is...
They did. In other words, you got, instead of having to pay full price for furniture...
Oh,
What?
God, now he's...
We're going to fucking argue with you all day.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying you got paid.
If you're not arguing, shut the fuck up.
You don't know you got paid?
Shut up. And then we won't be arguing.
You don't know you got paid. You don't know that getting cash is the same. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Gary. Gary, because you're my producer, I got to understand your mentality.
Getting paid means somebody handed you money.
Okay.
So
Let me ask you a question about that.
Similar. I did.
One of the ways of getting
Talk all day. I don't give a fuck. I'll ruin your fucking show.
One of the ways of getting paid.
Wow.
One of the ways.
That is ruining the show.
One of the ways of. I was saying.
Wait,
no, I can't. I'm laughing too hard. One of the ways. Oh, God. All right, I give up.
It's so much fun to fight with Gary.
I was going to say to my audience, and not to get, no, this is something else. One of the ways of getting paid in life is receiving actual money.
Well, like on game shows, at the end of it, they say items have been furnished in exchange for promotional.
Gary, would you agree that on Let's Make a Deal, those people are getting paid?
Oh, they're winning prizes, which is a little bit different. I mean, at the end of the day, you're benefiting, but they're not getting paid. To me is somebody hands you money.
All right, can I ask you a question, then? A serious question. Don't you think you're getting paid? Let's say I say to you, the box of tissues over there is $50.
but I'm going to give it to you for $25 if you let me take a picture of you holding the boxes. Wouldn't you say that's the same as getting paid? Because you would have had to pay $50.
You know what? It's semantics, because in my mind, it's not getting paid.
That's not getting
I'll
paid.
tell you what. It means you got a deal as opposed to getting paid.
Let me ask you
That's
this.
the same thing.
The money that you save on that furniture, though, or whatever we're talking about, do you have to pay taxes on that money? Do they consider it income?
No. Artie, do you think that you got paid for the man cave? You think you were paid for that?
Well, I was just going to bring that up as an example. Look, I got about 80 to 100 grand worth of free stuff. I mean, sure.
Would you say you got paid?
Yeah, I mean, I would. I'll tell you why, Garrett. Because I would have had to do the same thing up there without them. So I would have spent money, but. That's interesting. Do you have to pay taxes on that money?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It has to be declared.
Yes. It has to be declared. So if it's being declared, then that's getting paid, I would think.
It's income.
Right. It's income. If they consider it income, and my accountant did say he's got to know about all those figures, too. So he's going to have to pay I'm going to pay taxes on what I saved.
Gary's saying, yeah, right.
Garrett, I'm telling you, tell your accountant to pay taxes on that shit.
Right. That's right. Absolutely. All right, Ralph, thank you.
There's a picture of Gary with the cable reels, which is very interesting.
What are the cable reels?
Gary, the caption is Gary in the basement with cable spools.
Hey, yeah, look, there's Gary's
There's
house.
everything.
And there's Gary's wires. And
There's his wiring.
There's a picture of him working the TiVo. Gary works his HD TiVo in his bedroom.
Do you think he really can?
It's a tech magazine.
Is that what you're saying?
Where do you see that?
Jesus Christ. It's a magazine called Sound and Vision. And I didn't even know the online part was still up.
He looks like he's in Edison's basement with all those wires.
The whole premise of the article is I sort of represent their core reader. So if somebody could build a house from scratch...
Core reader?
Core.
Oh, I thought you said poor reader.
Core reader.
Yeah, calm down, Ralph. I said something you can't jump on. And so the premise of the article was if one of the core readers could build a house and do a lot of the wiring and technological stuff, what would they do? That's what it is.
It is Gary pointing to some wires in his basement.
Look, here's a close-up of Gary's street sign and his street name and his address.
The house is beautiful.
House is beautiful. All right.
That's a gorgeous house. Beautiful.
And if you keep going, you can see the floor plan.
We saw the
Why
floor
do they have to
plan.
put your floor plan up? I mean, that's crazy.
Because that's important.
You should be able to find Gary when you need him.
Because the core readers want to know the entire floor plan when they fleece the joint.
They don't have to worry about bumping into walls. They know where all the doors are.
Let me take this opportunity to point out that I have an unbelievable security system with 4 cameras and all sorts of other stuff in case Ralph's getting any wacky ideas.
All right.
Page 24 is how to decode that.
Right.
I'll be by later. Along with Google Maps, I'll be tracking you down.
All right. Thank you, Ralph. Bye now. A lot of super fans want to build the same exact house Gary has.
That's what's going on.
Yep. I just said to my builder, can you just give me Gary's house? Give me one of those.
I don't need an architect. I
Yeah.
want Gary's house.
Well, I've been over his house. It's a nice house.
It's a beautiful house. I
Yeah.
just saw pictures.
But I was over there before the home theater was built. If I had been there, I could have helped him.
You could have helped him out.
But no, he has to do
He
everything
never
on his own.
told you he was thinking of stools.
He should come to me, Wolf, I'm thinking of stools. I would have said, here, take a stool and bang it over your head. A stool. No one wants to sit in that stool.
Wolf, I'm going to put 2 stools right back here.
This picture's only convinced me I'm more right. I mean, my God. That stool would be nice in the kitchen.
Yeah, they'd be great
Right.
at a counter.
Yeah.
in
It's
the
a
kitchen.
it's a kitchen in the middle of the theater. All right, let's move on. Let's see. In the email. Oh, I didn't realize what time it is. All right, I got screwed up yesterday. I got to take a break, and then we'll come back, and I'll read you some email. And there's a bunch of people on the phone I'm going to get to. I have a whole bunch of things to play for you. You know me. I get to very few things all morning. I'm very busy entering it up. I spend 90% of the show now complaining about Gary's home theater.
See, now I'm pissed because, I mean, technically I want an invitation over there to hang in that home theater.
Yeah, you get a comfy chair, though.
I
know that.
I know I'm not invited. Brett, go ahead.
That was the funny. I'm a long-time listener, Howard. That's the funniest thing Gary's ever come out with when he was trying not to hear you. Totally priceless.
Yeah, it made me laugh.
Hey, Howard, could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Do Gary when he walked on the plane. That's the second best.
When Gary was on the plane and he fell asleep after Arsenio appearance?
You're right.
All right, well, real quick, here's Gary. I've just come off the Arsenio appearance. I upgrade Gary to first class because I need someone to talk to. I've just been traumatized. I got thrown off a network television show. People were booing me, and police escorted me to the airport. I I sit down in my
You were
chair.
thrown out of California.
I was thrown out of California.
You were
essentially.
escorted to the border of California.
I sit down in there and I say, Gary, and he's asleep. And I'm waiting for him to wake up so I have someone to talk to. And then all of a sudden, I hear this. Now, that's the sound of Gary's mouth being very dry and him sucking on his teeth because he's waking up and he's thirsty. It's 2 hours into the flight already. There it is. Oh, hey, Wolf. Is there orange juice? Excuse me, miss, is there orange juice? And then he gets the orange juice. I go, Gary, can you believe what happened on Arsenio? Oh, yeah, it was so bad, Wolf. It was really terrible. And then he just falls back asleep, and I'm sitting there going, Gary said it was really terrible. But, Gary, don't you think it was funny, though? But it was funny, right? It was worth it. I'm going to go back to sleep, Wolf.
Oh, my God.
Can I just say something?
I know exactly
I wish
what you're
sitting next to a
about.
beaver.
I wish somewhere in there was one lie, but that is so accurate.
I was so mad at you. I said, I need to talk to someone. Just tell me it was a good appearance.
The only thing I could say is I remember we were standing online, and you said, I'm going to bump you up to first. And I said, I'd rather sit in Coach Howard because I just want to sleep. Yeah. And you go, no, I'll take care of it. I go, no, really, I'd rather sleep. And
the only reason I did that is because I just needed someone to talk to.
You know what? I that's a thing I could look back on and say, I was wrong.
Well, that's why my agent
I
is
was
so
young.
great. See, if my agent had been there, Don
He would have been with you.
Don would sit there and like endlessly go through my neuroses and go, no, I think it was good. Here's why it was positive. And then he would tell me, look, there was some controversy there. You're going to take some heat, but
Oh, forget.
But at least he talked to me.
I know exactly what you're
But
talking
Gary's
about. No, because you can't speak to someone who's just had a thing like that, like a performer. You got to be very definite. Like, no, it was
Right.
great.
Yeah, and here's
everything's fine.
It would have been,
Why it was
I would have
great.
loved to have been up for 6 hours to have that conversation.
No, but like I
endlessly.
understand what Howard's saying. Like,
I
you just
do.
get
You
up
know
and
what I
say
mean?
it's awful.
You know
it was awful. Like, why was it awful?
What freaked me out? What freaked me out was here's this wild thing that just happened, and Gary was right there with me, getting escorted out of the building. And yet he was able to go right on the plane and
It
go right
didn't
to
bother him a bit.
nothing
You
fazed him.
couldn't even close your eyes.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenio had fooled me even and said, can you go backstage and wait because I'd like to have you back on at the end of the show. And I went, oh, fine. And I go back and then the police come
Right.
and take me out of the building.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, how is this motherfucking beaver-looking bastard sleeping?
Yeah, you just want to say, can you believe what just happened to us?
And I'm watching. Both. Both. Is that orange juice?
Why don't take the plane pull back from the gate before
Can I say
Gary
something?
fell asleep?
I'm going to tell you, this is the God's honest truth. It's one of the very few times ever that I was able to fall asleep and stay asleep before the plane took off.
Yeah.
He
And
hates
except
me.
for getting up for the orange juice,
Yeah.
the way I woke up was
When we landed.
The stewardess said, you have to move your seat up. I would have kept sleeping.
Like a baby. He's like, nothing on my mind.
You know what? It's a weird thing psychologically because I've never slept that comfortably ever.
Because you hate me.
Yeah, that's what must be what it is.
No, I don't know. You slept that comfortably. Like, you did the same thing.
But I
It's
took
not
pills.
that bad.
I took pills.
You did, right?
I took Ambien. Already took 6.
You left me to
he
watch.
didn't take any pills this time.
You left me to
this
watch
was no pill.
Under a Tuscan Sun by myself.
was
Oh,
like-
if the movie would have been better, would it be okay if I slept?
Yes.
Hey, thanks a lot, Howard.
Both. Do they have orange juice? Gary, I can't stop thinking about the Arsenio appearance. Oh, yes. Terrible.
I did not say that.
No, you were just like, oh, it's
I did
terrible.
not say it was terrible.
Yeah, you did. And then
I
you went
did
back
not.
to bed.
That's the lie. That's the one
Well-
lie you're telling.
Time to get up. We landed. Gee, that was great. I'm glad you were comfortable.
I was.
What is it, Ralph?
I have a request for an impression of a great moment in Gary history. The first time you made fun of his caps on the air.
Oh, all right, I'll do that. We were at NBC, and I made fun of Gary's caps on the air at NBC, and then we went back into the office. Fred was there, not Al Rosenberg at that point, and they were Fred and Gary turns to me and he goes, "Oh, who told you I have caps?" I go, "What?" And he goes, "Who's the big mouth that told you I have caps? I mean, who told you?" I said, "Gary, nobody told me. I can look at you. I've known from the second I met you." He goes, "What? I never heard of that. No one's ever told me that I have caps. No one knows." I said, "Gary, everyone knows. Someone's going to tell you. I'm the only asshole who's going to tell you your caps look like fucking George Washington wooden teeth."
You were the first asshole I ever met who
Right.
told you. Really?
Yeah.
No one. You're
Well,
right.
'cause
You
no
were
one's
right
gonna
about
tell
that.
you, yeah.
Yeah. Howard would just tell you. Sometimes not even on the radio.
"I know someone told you because there's no way anyone ever notices I have
Nobody
caps."
knows I have caps.
He's got 2 pieces of giant wood sticking out of his mouth, and no one knows.
His teeth were bigger than they are now.
Yeah, they were almost made out of wood.
Like George Washington.
You know who's out in the hallway who's still shell shocked is Sal. Sal just came up to me and he goes, God, he's like really woozy, and he goes, all those years that I listened to the show, and Howard would bring stuff up, and you guys would say, I told you not to talk about it there. He goes, I always thought you guys were the assholes. Now I realize it's Howard.
Howard's an asshole.
Who told you I had caps?
Wolf, do they have orange juice on this flat?
Actually, I think it's too many words because the original phrase was orange juice.
Yeah, orange juice.
Didn't even say nothing except orange juice.
Who told you I wore caps? Did Fred tell you?
And I think there was one other line. Are they that obvious? Yeah. I think that was.
Gary's like that.
They're not obvious.
Are they that obvious?
Right.
The truth?
Gary's like this on this new MTV Real World. There's a horrible tranny in the house, and she's like, "I'm not telling anyone."
You don't have to.
And everybody's like, camera going, we know it's a guy.
All right, thank you. I see a lot of requests are coming in for favorite Gary moments for me to do. But
Wow.
I could do a whole, I'm doing a one-man show. Starting
Gary requested.
Hey, how about an impersonation of Ralph working? Oh, silence.
There is no...
There is, you can't do that.
What is it, Don?
It's like a unicorn.
Nobody's calling for that.
Just one more. Gary walking down the aisle the day of the wedding.
Come on. That's enough of that. Have some decency. How many weddings have you had?
Yeah, exactly. Do an impersonation of Dominic hitting himself over the head with a plate.
Mayday.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
This is Louis Armstrong, and you're listening to Bowie 25, only on Howard 101 as the teeth of green.
Gary did a signing. He did an appearance the other day. Gary gets booked into weird appearances because it's not like Jackie was a stand-up actor or something. Gary just goes and stands there.
That is my stand-up act.
Yeah, so Gary just goes and gets booked to places to stand there.
He really is a stand-up.
So FAO Schwartz had a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. The two major guys, Hanna and Barbera, were both there. And Baba Booey is supposed to stand there and sign stuff with them.
Usually when I do an appearance like this, I would sit at the table. Like I did one with Duff from Guns N' Roses, and he was there with his whole band, and I sit like at the end of the table.
And this was like a whole big deal to Gary because he's such a big cartoon idiot.
Yeah, to be in the same room with two guys who actually make cartoons.
With greatness.
Yeah, so anyway, and he collects all their artwork and stuff. Like his hero is Baba Louie, which he doesn't even know the name of, hence Baba Booey. But anyway... So this is like his big day, and he's all excited about it, and it's FAO Schwartz, and it's one of the better signings. It's not a strip club for once.
Baba Booey.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes in there, and the first thing is he's standing around waiting for Hanna-Barbera, and he shows his publicity photo. He's getting them all ready, and it says Baba Booey on it. So the person from Hanna-Barbera, who's like the advanced person, goes, "What is this, Baba Booey?"
Baba Booey.
So he goes, well, that's my name. It's a nickname. Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
All of a sudden, she started worrying about licensing and it's her name. And
actually, she found it laying around and she picked it up and started showing it to everybody. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is?
Yeah, all nervous.
So I had to go there and say, "Well, that's my nickname." And she goes, "Well, what does it mean? What is it all about?"
Yeah, it sounded too much like Baba Louie.
So now I had to sit there and explain the entire, how I collect animation cells and how I accidentally said
So
it.
after Gary explains that, when Hanna and Barbera show up, they take Gary and say, "You can't be next to Mr. Barbera and Mr. Hanna." So Gary's like crushed. They take him and put him in another department of FAO Schwartz.
You're kidding.
Away from the signing. Nobody knows he's in the building.
Oh, no.
And nobody knows he's in the building. Gary's crushed because it's Hanna-Barbera. What did they do? They pushed you away, right?
Well, first it started where somebody...
So you didn't even get to meet them?
I did meet them. They
Listen to this.
They introduced me to them for a second, but those guys, they don't know anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just very gracious to everyone. So then they said, the people that hired me said, "Well, why don't you just sort of walk around and, sign pictures and stuff?" So I'm like, fine. So then,
like treating him like a dog.
So somebody comes up and says, "Hey, we're going to put a table down right next to where
Meanwhile,
they
you're
are."
better known than Mr. Hanna and Barbera.
Well, they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, they didn't do anything wrong. How about getting your people in check?
So they put a
How about coming out of your coma and saying, "What's going on? Why are you throwing this guy out?"
So they put me. They put up a table. The people at FAO bring a table and they put it right next to them. So one of the women that was there with them goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to sign some pictures." The next thing I know, it's like, huddles and whispering and everything. And then the guy that was running the thing said, "Could you move down a little bit? They don't want you that close to Mr. Hanna." So I'm like, all right.
Mr.
So then
Hanna.
there's more whispering and everyone's running around. The next thing you know, they're like taking the table down. So then the guy says, "Could you stand over there?" So now I'm standing about 5 feet away from them.
Could you go hang yourself in the toy
Could you go
department?
out on the ledge and jump?
Yeah, right next to the Barbie dolls.
So then he said, "Could you move over a little bit more?" Then it was like could you move over by the escalator? And then it was, could you go to the other side of the escalator? And then I realized I'm in another department. I am now nowhere near the signing. I'm in the dark.
So what'd you do? Did you just sit there by yourself?
I stood there and...
Did anybody know you were there?
Well, people would walk by and they go, hey, ain't you that guy from the Howard Stern show? And I go, yeah. And they
and
go,
you're sitting at a little table?
No, Robin, I'm standing.
Oh, no.
I
was like a shopper.
There was no table.
They took the table away.
They didn't even give you a table.
No, I was standing
Did
there
you stand there with your pictures?
Yes, I was standing there with pictures in my hand.
That's sad.
Hey, man, you should have fired off a letter.
I would have left.
He was so excited.
He did leave. I know, and he was all excited about it.
Oh, man.
Well, like I said, I met those guys before. I don't know. I thought...
Yeah, they were just using you just to get...
Yeah, you did all those plugs.
Well, that's what they wanted. They don't really want Gary there. They want the plugs.
And you could at least sit next to them.
And then one of the guys comes over to me that's worked there and is sort of a big fan of the show. And he says, hey, would you like to get your picture taken with Mr. Hanna and Mr. Barbera? And I said, I'd love to, but you better check with all those other people because it looks like there's a lot going on. And he goes, well, that's okay. He walked over. I never saw him again.
Yeah.
Got swallowed up.
Yeah.
Keep that boy away.
Keep him away. He wants to sign pictures. He's mentally disturbed.
He calls himself Baba Booey. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
Baba Booey. I guess if you don't know who I am, I do look like a stalker. I spent my press photo writing Baba Booey on a wall.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Baba Booey.
Bowie 25 presents What Does Baba Booey Mean to Me?
Hi, this is Fred Norris. Baba Booey means a lot of things to people. But to me, Baba Booey represents that struggle in life that everyone has. Like struggling with the shame of screwing up the name of a cartoon character. In spite of that huge faux pas, Gary goes on with his life. He shows us that we can conquer anything and anybody. Baba Booey is a bad pitch at a Mets game. Baba Booey is a person with feelings and personality. Baba Booey is famous from being Baba Booey. It represents the truth that in each person, the thing that they have in themselves is that we all fuck up. People use Baba Booey as a greeting, as a battle cry at golf games, and more. Baba Booey teaches us to look at the foibles of people, the foibles that we have, and persevere.
This is Bowie 25 on Howard 101. See how one monkey misstep changed pop culture history.
Mr. Griffin, how do you respond to that?
Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. With Baba Booey. Happy Valentine's Day, Baba Booey.
It's Baba Booey.
No, Baba Booey, damn it.
Buy one window, get a window free. Baba Booey.
This is Bowie 25, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the name that became a movement.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
And Baba Booey P.O.
All weekend long on Howard 101.
אבל קודם נגיד לילה טוב ותישאר איתי על הקו, כי חשוב לי שתשמע את השיחה הזאת לעמי הורוביץ, כאמור עיתונאי יהודי שחי באירלנד. לילה טוב.
לילה טוב, בבא בוי לכולם. אחד, אני חייב להגיד, אני גר בניו יורק, לא ילנד.
Okay.
There's this kid who wants to meet Gary Delabate. Baba Booey's a big fan. He said he'll do anything to meet Gary. So Captain Sack said to me he wants to dip his sack in cereal and give him apple sacks and make him eat them. Where's this kid?
How old is this person?
I don't know. I got to see how old he is first. Hey, dude, how old are you, man? You're a heterosexual, right?
Yeah, I'm heterosexual. I'm 21.
What?
I'm 21.
Oh,
21.
And you're into Gary?
I'm into Gary, yeah.
Baba Booey?
Yeah, Baba Booey.
Like, how into him are you?
I've been a fan of the show since I was 12. I'm actually a broadcasting graduate myself, and I'm actually a producer on a radio show in Ontario.
No kidding.
So I've always just loved Gary. Always admired
so
him.
you want to be a producer and he's a producer?
Exactly. That's
you
it.
aspire to be Baba Booey.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You kind of look a little like Baba Booey, actually.
I've heard that before, too.
Yeah.
I was gonna
say.
Yeah.
Baba Booey.
So you'll do anything to meet him?
I will do anything.
What if Captain Sack dips his sack in Applejack?
You know what? Sal warned me about that, and I'm free to do it, man. On your show, I'll do that to meet Gary.
Really?
I will.
All right, bring in Captain Sack. Jeez. I don't know, dude.
Once again, if you're Sal, isn't it a little weird to have that done to you?
Yeah.
I don't think anything's too weird for Sal.
Oh, there's Captain Sack.
Captain Sack just flew in.
Where is our perpetrating fool?
There's Captain Sack. And who's your sidekick again? I forget his name.
Today with me, I have Commander Crack with me.
Oh, Commander, let me see. Why do they call you Commander Crack?
Because of my my awesome ass powers.
What do you do? What is your power?
The power to pour milk down my crack into a cereal bowl.
That's
Really?
disgusting.
Right.
I'm not
We are
watching
going to
that.
make our special version of chocolate milk down the Hershey Highway of Commander Crack.
Now, Captain Sack, your sack is out because that's your superhero costume.
That's correct, sir.
And you're going to dip your sack in milk, in apple sacks?
What I'm going to do is first pour the milk down Commander Crack's crack.
Right.
From there, we will add the cereal, and finally, the sweet taste of my nuts! And then this idiot will eat it. Yeah, he's the idiot.
I'm not sure who's a bigger idiot.
We got
The
three
guy who wants to
idiots
meet
here.
Baba Booey's an idiot. Believe me.
I feel bad for the guy. You really
On
going to
your
go
knees.
through with this?
I'm willing to go through with this.
Here we go.
Well,
I mean,
check
you've
out your
seen
cereal.
Commander
Okay, I'm
Sack
gonna put
or
my
Captain
microphone
Sack
down.
and Commander Crack.
Does Commander Crack have to be involved? I don't want to see that.
Sure you do.
Can't Captain Sack
What
just...
is
This is great
Commander
radio,
Crack
sir.
wearing?
Commander Crack is wearing
Turn
a
around,
thong
Commander
and
Crack.
he's pulling
Move
it
the
off.
thong to the left.
Oh, jeez.
Expose the brown eye.
That's the milk.
Is it working?
Whoops.
Oh, my
Okay. Wait, hold on. Let's just get some. There we go.
Well, Captain Crack, you just had milk poured down your crack.
Yes.
That's Commander Crack.
That
Too.
was
I'm sorry,
cold.
Commander Crack. Captain
Yeah.
Sack, now you're putting
The
cereal. And now what are you going to do? You're going to squat in the bowl of the cereal?
On your knees, boy.
He sounded all too natural.
Now, Captain Sack, what are you trying to do over there? Why does he have to be on his knees? I thought he just had
Because he has to eat the cereal.
Oh, no.
Does he
Does
have
he
a
get a spoon?
It's no, we don't have it. Where's the spoon here? We need a spoon. Somebody bringing me a spoon immediately.
You know what, dude? This is getting awfully gay.
No, this is going to be good. Trust me. Trust me.
I'm letting the guy just meet
Hold
Gary.
on.
Sounds a little close. Is that too close to that guy's face?
It's the sweet taste of nuts in a milky sauce.
Don't eat it, dude.
Start eating, dude.
Dude, I'll let you meet him anyway.
Get me the spoon.
Dude. No, hey, dude, I'll
Give me
let
a
you
spoon,
meet
I'll
him.
do it.
I'll let you meet him anyway. You've got far enough.
No, come on.
Yeah, no, Captain Sack.
There's no prawns over there. Where are the prawns?
He's on his knees.
Captain Sack, go away. I can't take it. You
Dude,
make
eat
me
it
grow.
now.
No, I'm not making him eat it.
You won't let him eat this?
That's too
thanks,
disgusting.
Howard.
It's the sweet taste. Here we go. Here's a spoon. Just one taste. Here you go.
what?
Get in.
Right, for
Don't
the
do
spoon
it.
show, hey,
No,
for the good-
don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it.
Don't do it.
No, no.
Come on, you don't make history.
No, don't.
Oh!
All right, okay.
That a girl.
Oh, dear.
That a girl.
Artie, do you want some of this? Come on, Artie. Do you want some of this? Come on.
Howard, that's enough. Leave the
He didn't even have to do it, and he did it.
There you go.
Well, you've earned the right to meet Baba Booey. How was the cereal, by the way?
It's kind of chocolate. That was gross. That was really gay.
There's a hair in your teeth, boy.
I told you not to do it. You didn't have to.
It's all right.
You're nuts. You're as nutty,
Well,
you're as nutty as these
Here's your
guys.
hero.
Here's your hero, Baba Booey.
Oh man.
Here's the payoff.
I feel bad because I'm not that exciting.
Oh,
He
yes,
does
you
look
are.
like me.
Yes, you are.
Sorry.
Come on,
Well,
sit down,
say
buddy.
what you want to say to
Dude,
Baba
if you
Booey.
give oral to Will, you can get on that red eye with me.
Hey, oh,
Nobody's gonna kiss you.
Wow, don't get so close.
Hey, here. Is that cool?
He's in
That's
love.
cool. I'm comfortable here. No, it's good
Dude,
to
what are you
see
trying to kiss
This-
Gary?
You know what? This is just a dream of mine. Like, I've been a fan of the show since I was 12.
Well, thank you.
You know, I've admired what you do, and I always wanted to be in producing. To be like you.
To be like Baba
Be
Booey.
like Baba Booey.
What is it you think Baba Booey does?
Whatever he does good work.
What do you do? I want to know what
Actually,
you
I'm-
think he does.
What do I think he does?
No, what do you do? Because you patterned yourself after him, so
Well,
that must be what you think he does.
You know, I just graduated from the broadcasting program, and
And what show are you on?
I do a local talk show, a
Talk
Tuesday
show.
afternoon show.
You produced the show.
so
all
you
right.
have some producing duties.
I do.
So you book guests and stuff?
Book guests, get them set.
Like, who's the biggest guest you ever booked for your show so far?
we actually had Kevin Spacey on.
Wow.
Wow.
I
We
can't-
can't
we
even
better
get
than
him.
I can't get him.
Cool.
Maybe I'll hire you.
Yeah. that'd
Fire
be great.
Baba
Yeah,
Booey.
there you
Do
go.
you ever call yourself Baba Booey Jr.? Or?
People actually at school called me Baba Booey because they said I look like
He
you.
does. He does look like me.
Yeah, and you are a producer.
There you go.
Well, is there anything you want to say to your hero or ask your hero? After all, you've certainly earned it.
This is just wonderful. Just seeing you, being here. I never thought this would happen.
Right.
We're coming to New York. We said we'd give it a chance, and Sal called me back, and this is
Look
just
at you,
amazing.
sitting right there next
This
to
is
him.
amazing.
You want to touch him? Or?
No, not that much.
Is there something that you would like to ask him, or advice, or
What inspired you to actually get into this? What was it?
Bananas and chocolate.
Richard's over there. You want to touch him? I need guy-on-guy action, man.
You're standing there in a black singlet. You just had your testicles in milk. I'm the idiot. Sack man.
Sack man.
And Crackman, I don't know what your issue is. I mean, really.
I just realized
Commander Crack.
I get talked into things. That's my issue.
Do you realize that every time Sackman asks you to be part of something that you end up getting it way worse than you should?
I mean, you ate ass cereal and sack jacks, apple sacks. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, you really do love Gary.
I do.
Well, I appreciate it.
Is he your all-time favorite out of all the Hollywood celebrities that you read about?
Yeah, honestly, like if I had a choice to meet anyone else, it'd be you.
So if they had that essay in school of who would what famous person would you like to have to dinner?
There you go. It would be Baba Booey.
Wow.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
I wish you the best of luck in producing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Well,
unfortunately, there's only
Baba
one Howard
Booey.
Stern, and that's the best job.
I have to say, Commander Crack is wearing briefs. I guess those are boxer shorts on his head.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that
They're
until
clean.
now.
is that his costume? Boxer shorts on his head?
I had to think of something quick. I just grabbed my underwear and put them on my head.
Well, first of all, let me thank Captain Sack and Commander Crack.
Whoever they are.
Right, whoever they are. And let me thank. What is your name?
Ryan.
Ryan, thank you for stopping by. That's your hero, Baba Boohai.
Thank you
Nice
for
to meet
letting
you,
me up
Ryan.
here.
Maybe Baba Booey. All right, enough.
You don't have any songs written for you.
Yeah, Ryan, Ryan. Well, isn't that exciting? Isn't that something, huh? Somebody wanted to be Baba Booey that bad.
It's pathetic.
Well, good for you, Baba Booey. Maybe you'll give Ryan a nice tour of the station.
show him around.
That'd be great.
Show him around a little bit. Hey, you know what? I
Let him
like.
climb in your mouth, Gary, and jump around your tongue a little bit.
What was that?
Let him climb in Gary's mouth, hop around his tongue, bounce on his lips. It's like being at Playland. You send those kids into those little blow-up balloons there.
Ryan, I don't know why, but I like you. You've won $500 cash in addition.
Thank you very
I
much.
imagine as a producer, you're not making much money up there in Canada. What are they paying you over there?
Oh, geez, I think I only make about $20 an hour right now.
$20 an hour.
That's still more than
You
me.
know what? But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. That's all that matters.
That's more money than Captain Sack and Captain Crack all combined. Now, what would you do to meet our mailroom guy, the guy who actually delivers the mail to the station? What I tell you. Congratulations to everyone. I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to Bowie 25 on Howard 101.
I'm wondering what Gary ate for breakfast.
Hey now. Hey now.
Uh-oh, why? No, I don't know.
Hey now.
Let's get a little... I don't know. Maybe it's my microphone that smells. I don't know if it was Gary or...
Hey now.
It was my breakfast.
Sometimes I think that it's the mic.
Is it?
I don't know. Sometimes I assume that.
Gary was standing next to me showing me something, and I was smelling like... I don't know, do you eat lox or something, or fish, or onions? Is it onions you smell from?
It's you, man. It's your breakfast. I'm telling you.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
Jesus. But all they are is egg whites. No, it's not my breakfast.
I could guarantee it's not me because I showered, I used soap. And
No,
shampoo,
it's
and
your breath.
Nope, and I just...
What did you eat for dinner last night?
I took an Altoid.
What? I don't care how many Altoids you eat. What did you eat for dinner? Seriously.
I had a piece of grilled chicken.
Yeah?
A piece of grilled chicken and a little corn on the cob. I didn't put butter on it.
What did you have for breakfast so far?
I don't eat anything.
You didn't eat anything?
No. And you know what? I take an Altoid in the car now before I get here because...
I don't know. Any garlic on the chicken?
No.
Nothing?
No. I
Are
mean,
you sure?
Am I sure? There might have been... No, I don't know.
I don't
He
know.
doesn't know.
He walks... How do I know? I need you to get a physical.
What'd you eat last night?
Me?
Yeah.
I went out to dinner. I had piece of fish.
And what was on it?
Was there any garlic?
No. I don't smell. He smells. I'm not sure it's him, though.
He's just trying to say he wouldn't remember.
Oh, I know exactly what I ate.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was curious if you maybe had garlic and forgot. But no, I can assure you I don't smell. I can assure you of it.
Well,
I
wait
have
a minute.
all
How can
precautions.
you
How do you know?
assure
You never
people
know
of
when you
that?
smell. I'm
Maybe
telling you.
can't smell you.
I'm not even trying to make this funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you. I'm telling you, when you walked over to me, I got dizzy.
Why don't I walk over to Robin for a while? Maybe
Walk over and
please
talk
leave
to me.
me alone.
No, let him walk over to you and see if he smells. I swear I don't want to embarrass him.
Oh my God.
I was overwhelmed by the odor. Talk to him for a while. All right, she's in there talking to him. Talk to him for a while. Stand there and
Stay here.
just stay. Show her some stuff.
He's trying to enact what happened.
Get near him. All right.
All right.
You smell anything?
You want me to come
like
over there?
onions?
I don't know what that smell is.
Is it lox? Do you eat lox?
No, I haven't had lox in ages.
All right.
I still wear too much cologne if you want me to come
You
over
don't
there.
smell it?
Yes, I did. I know what you're talking about.
What is that?
I don't know what. I can't identify.
Now I'm all right. It's not my breakfast.
Would you like to smell my hair? Could that be it?
No.
What do you
no,
put in your
no,
hair?
no.
Garlic?
Onions.
Onion hair?
shampoo.
Garlic butter.
He's got a...
Want me to take a hit from him?
Go ahead, sit next to him and see what happens.
No, I
You
don't.
won't be able
you
to
know what?
identify.
I'm not giving Pigpen a hit.
Yeah, Mr. Clean over there. Jesus.
Yeah, see if he can smell it over his own stench.
Of course I mind.
You don't mind, do you? No, you got to sit next to him and it wafts.
It's like a mothball.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's not his clothes. It's when he...
guy.
Breathe, Gary.
But I'm not going to breathe on you. I'm going to breathe the way I breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't breathe with your nose. Breathe with your mouth.
Right. We're over here. This is about how close I was.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is it like a minty thing?
No.
No.
Yeah, because that's the Altoid
No,
smells, right?
All right, maybe it's not. All I know is since you walked
maybe
away,
it's
I'm
the
fine.
Altoid with.
All right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was something around here.
You know, sometimes I worry that my voice hits my mic and bounces back into my nose, so it's actually my breath that stinks.
Yeah, I went through that because at first I was like,
Smelling yourself.
yeah, smelling the, but I don't think it's that. I'm like,
You know, I'm going through the whole thing too.
All
I'm
right,
doing
I
the
don't know.
checklist.
Was it that bad? I mean, I just smelled Gary.
he
wasn't
came
that
over to me.
bad.
I couldn't breathe. My world was rocked.
Is it BO smell or
No,
Is
No.
it's something from the breath.
But you're not sure it's from the breath. It's something you smell. You're not
I
positive.
smelled something when you were there, and I think
Right.
I blame
And you
you.
Have you
assume-
smoked a cigarette today?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, give me a blast of your breath. Let me. I mean, this is.
You
the
give him
best
a
way.
blast.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, it's
No,
just like an
all right.
Altoid,
It's not
yeah.
you then. Okay. Okay, I wasn't trying to embarrass
No,
you.
no.
Well,
Well,
this is-
I got you.
This is the best way to handle it. Have a nice private conversation with Gary about it. You know,
don't embarrass him.
Yeah, exactly. So it's taken care of. It's not
I was
Gary.
saying to my psychiatrist, I said, I on the radio, I could ask you anything. I said, but in my private life, I'm very embarrassed to say anything. I said, you know, I'm fine on the air. I'll humiliate you any way you want. You see a whole different guy. No, good for you, man. You passed the test. If Robin says you don't smell, then you don't.
Yeah, you know, he's not bad today.
Yeah, you're fine.
Today's a good day.
Today's a good day for you.
Now, the big test for John not to say it.
I have no
Right,
idea
really.
what the hell smelled on you.
But wait a minute, maybe it was something over there.
He walked over and I couldn't breathe.
It was fine before he entered
Yeah.
the space.
Yeah. Can I tell you? I swear to God. Oh, please. Anyway, I love him like a brother.
You didn't break wind or anything.
No.
You sure? You didn't crap your pants, did
Swear
you?
the life of everybody.
I know what it is. By mistake, I threw up on Gary this morning. I forgot to tell you. Sorry.
I love you like a smelly brother.
Like a stinky son.
Yeah. I think he gets nervous when he gets near me.
I do too.
Tina, what's up? It's like a skunk.
Gary's stomach that's wafting off that smell. If he didn't eat today, it's probably like stomach acid from
Yeah.
last night.
No,
That's what it smelled like.
We all didn't eat today. It's 6 in the morning. I'm going to eat in about 10 minutes. I mean, nobody eats at this hour.
Okay. All right.
Well,
I think it sometimes is caps.
Yeah.
Humidity.
Humidity.
He's got a cold front or
It's like
a warm
sometimes you
front
go
in
into a
his
bathroom and the humidity makes like the toilets drip on the tank. It's kind of that
Yeah.
same
It might be cap breath.
You think that he has condensation, like
Exactly.
rain in his mouth?
Bunch, you're on the air.
It's a storm in there.
Hi there.
Yeah.
I was. His voice kind of sounds like he's got a sinus infection.
No, my voice is normal today, too.
He's
There's no-
fine. He's fine. He's fine. All right. Must have been something else. I don't know. He walked over. I couldn't breathe.
Guys, please all call. 'Cause
Wait a minute,
I
you
love to
know
be
what?
critiqued.
I think maybe this was psychological.
That's all. Maybe that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
He gets near me and right away I think something
You do.
smells.
I'll tell you, when I get inside that space, you get irritated.
I do. I move away.
I know.
All right. I want to change the topic, but I got to take a break.
Oh, Howard?
Yes.
You're God.
What?
You're God.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
I was just listening to a girl moan Baba Booey. I was enjoying it.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Oh, yeah, baby. That's
Baba Booey.
She likes your smell. Now, there's a girl who likes what she smells. All right. Anyway, that was probably my psychological reaction to being near you. That can happen. They say that can happen.
That's true. It's an olfactory hallucination.
I was reading an article about that.
Bowie 25 presents What Does Baba Booey Mean to Me?
Hey, I'm Nick Kroll, and Baba Booey means so many different things to me, but really, it's when I hear Baba Booey, I think of a buoy in the middle of the Long Island Sound that looks like Gary. And they're like a bunch of boats that are strapping their ropes around his teeth to stay anchored, and there's a bunch of pigeons shitting that are creating his salt and pepper goatee.
This is Bowie 25 on Howard 101.
Hey, we wrote a new bit. You want to hear it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's this?
Well, you know, Helen Kushnick, who was the executive producer of The Tonight Show, got fired. So we wrote a bit about it.
Oh, boy.
All right, you ready?
Okay, what's it called? No name?
No name.
Okay.
It's just a thing. It's not really classified as anything.
Helen Kushnick, executive producer of The Tonight Show.
They're fighting, Howard. I'm not. I'm just doing a show.
Oh, no, you're not. You were just fired.
He said to Debbie, F you, she's never going to do The Tonight Show either. And Debbie said, okay.
Now that Helen Kushnick is no longer producer of The Tonight Show, who will be her replacement? It's Gary Dell'Abate. Yes, Gary Dell'Abate, executive producer of The Tonight Show.
Hello? Yes? Is your client doing Arsenio? Oh, yeah? Well, goodbye. Nobody around here will be on Arsenio.
Yes, Gary Dell'Abate is in control of The Tonight Show.
Kevin Costner? He wants to be on in October? Did he do Arsenio? No? What's that? He did Joe Franklin in 73. Where's the loyalty in this business?
Gary Dell'Abate is the right choice.
Hi, I got your fax, and it says here you want airfare for the Pope. No f***ing airfare.
Dell'Abate plays hardball.
Tell him to walk on the water. Who died and left him Pope?
Yes, The Tonight Show has a new leader.
I'm not paying for your incidentals or those little extras either.
The Tonight Show will never be the same.
I'm going to really mix things up, because I'm mixed up.
It's Jay Leno with executive producer Gary Dell'Abate.
Jay is a nice guy, so I have to break balls. I cut my teeth on show business. That's why I had to get these new choppers. Someone answer my phone.
There he goes, Robin.
That last line is so like Gary.
Yes.
Baba Booey.
He was back in the office yesterday. Me, Fred, and Jackie were trying to write because we're coming down to the crunch. We got to tape the new videotape. Every minute he comes in, both, no one is answering the phone. No one will answer the phone. No one answers my phones. They have one lousy intern back there who won't answer my phone. So I said, would you go talk to Tom Chiasano? I've talked to Tom Chiasano. He won't answer my phone.
It could be a book.
Baba Booey.
He's always saying, is anyone answering the phones?
No.
No one answers the phone, right?
Come on, man. Even we've had this discussion before.
I know.
Why pretend that it's not important?
Because I was trying to write. It is important to me, but,
yeah, but you know what?
Sometimes you got to insulate me a little bit.
Just but no. You called me in. I was the only one here.
Right.
Phones are ringing. No one's picking them up, and you can't run an office and not answer the phones. You just can't do it.
We need someone to answer the phone.
I mean, but you can't do that.
What do you want me to do while I'm writing? Do you want me to answer the phone?
Do you want Howard to answer the phone?
No, but
don't you get it? You're there to make my life easy. You come in and make my life hard. You get me crazy.
Because you're the only one who can do things. Howard, no one listens to anybody here except for you.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's an appropriate time.
If you want something done there, right?
Yeah.
Like having your microphone fixed yesterday.
Right.
I talked to the guy about it 5 times. As soon as you said something, everybody runs around like ants to get it done.
Right.
But you're the one. If you don't say anything, it doesn't get done.
How are you going to be Jay Leno's producer with this?
I'm not going to be.
Gary was in here talking about, Tammy Haddad is going to be Jay Leno's producer.
I'm as talented as she is.
I agree with you 100%. Yep. I said you should be up for that.
I just want to know why my name wasn't banned.
Gary, I think you're as talented as Tammy.
But you know what's funny about him? I tell him to do stuff. Like I said, Gary, you go talk to Tom about this.
Twice. It's already been-
About getting someone to answer the phones. Then he does, and Tom ignores him. Then he goes in again, because I send him back there, and Tom ignores him. So now I'll have to go, ignore Tom, talk to somebody who's really in charge, and get someone to answer our phone.
But you know what? You just described how everything gets done around
I know,
here.
and it's annoying.
But is it my
Why
fault?
does it... I don't know. You don't seem to instill any kind of leadership.
Come
or
on.
authority, and I don't know that people look at you like you're dope.
Right. How did that come about?
Oh, you're gonna blame me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you treat me like a dope on the air, how can I walk? If I'm in here.
Wait a second. Weren't you acting like a dope first, and then I started trying to treat you like a dope?
No.
All right.
Wrong.
I think you're blaming me
Okay.
for you being a. Yeah, he's blaming me for him being a dope.
Listen, at the very least.
Yeah.
At the very least.